You know what time it is. It's time for Late Nights with Santana. So sit back, get your popcorn, tap the screen, and enjoy. We gonna be all right. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Absolutely, she is definitely truthful and professional and qualified. Trump 2024. Why do you say that? American living in Sweden. That's awesome. How's Sweden treating you? What's going on? Guys, let's go ahead and tap that screen. Let's get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can open up the panel. Tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good things, send your heart me's, all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. MAGA is not alive. I promise you, MAGA's on life support. I would love for you to come up here and tell me why you think MAGA's still alive. I'm telling you, it's on life support. What's happening? Guys, as you can see, this is not a normal edition of Late Nights with Santana. This is a midday edition. So guys, come on in, join us for the conversation. I'm ready to get it started. I love you too, coach. Trump 2024. Okay, but do you have anything of substance to put behind that statement? I mean, I hear you talking, but you ain't said much. Listen, guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can go ahead and open up the panel. Tap, share the live. Let's do all the good things. Yeah, no, they're definitely paying for votes. I've seen that as well. But you know what? We gonna be all right. Hey. Trump lost once and he'll lose again. I mean, he did get fired by 81 million people. So that's a thing. It's not just the death of MAGA, but the Republic. You know what? I disagree with that, my friend. I genuinely hope the Republican Party is going to be able to bounce back. Hey, Alexa, stop. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Again, we want to get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can go ahead and open up the panel. The quicker we tap, the quicker we can get it going. Cool, bro. What's happening? What's going on? Here's another guy who's gonna cry, calling an ambulance. Cry about what, my friend? What am I gonna cry about? I have nothing to cry about. Would you like to come up to the panel and share your opinion, though? I mean, we're willing to hear it. Right? Get up on the panel. Just request up. Once we're at 4.1 thousand likes. Once we're at 8,000 likes, we're gonna open up the panel. So if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up and tell us why Donald Jimothy Trump is going to be the next president of the United States, or if you are a Kamala Harris supporter and you want to come up and explain why Kamala Harris is actually going to be the next president of the United States, just go ahead and request up and we'll get this thing going. Just request right up. We just need to get it up to 8,000 likes. Once we're at 8,000 likes, we will do all the good stuff. Also, guys, share the live out. Keep tapping the screen. Share the live out. Send your heart me's, all those good things, and we'll get started. We're at 6,000 likes, so if you're in the queue, just hold tight. I promise you I'm going to bring you in just a moment. If you are not in the queue yet and you want to join the conversation, then go ahead and request up. Hey, Trump train changed the Kamala Express. Guys, W's in the chat for Kamala Express. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you really want to be proud of the first woman president? Listen, Maze, I'm super proud of Kamala Harris. She is the most qualified person to ever seek the office of the presidency for a first term, like ever. So it's not even close. I'm amazingly proud of her. E, are you coming up? We're at 8,000 likes. We're gonna go ahead and open up the panel. E, are you coming up or no? I'm going to go ahead and start letting people in, guys. Tap the screen, share the live out. If you are interested in joining the panel, please go ahead and request up. And as you start to come in on the panel, please mute yourself. Mute yourself as we bring you in on the panel. And then I will go around and do an introduction. So please mute yourself as you join the panel. Guys, if you are on the panel, please mute yourself for now. Perfect. Thank you, guys. We still have a couple of more spots left on the panel. So if you are interested in getting in and having a conversation, if you want to explain to us why you think Kamala Harris is going to be Madam President, or if you think that Donald Trump is going to be not only 45 but 47, please go ahead and request up. Let's go ahead and get these conversations started. I am super excited about today. We will get rolling in just a moment. In the meantime, in between time, I want to come around the panel. Since we have a panel in place, I want to check in with the panel and find out who is interested in doing what. Who you are voting for. So we're going to go one by one on the panel, and I want to find out who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why. Also, whoever's spamming green hearts with Jill Stein in the chat, I'm going to mute you personally because, one, you don't get a voice here. Two, no one cares. No one cares. I think I can speak for all the Trump supporters. I think I can speak for all the Kamala Harris supporters. We don't care. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. Is that LCD? LCD 64?
Yes, sir.
All right, LCD. Who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Okay, and what's your biggest reason why, my friend?
One of the reasons is that she's the most qualified candidate in U.S. history. I think it's funny that the conservatives and the Trumper humpers say that she's underqualified or not qualified. I'm curious to know what their reason for Donald Trump being more qualified than she is, other than him serving as president for one term.
Okay. Yep. No. Perfect. We will get into it. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Hoodlum, how are you this afternoon, my friend? I'm sorry.
Good.
I'll go ahead and go. I'm sorry, I skipped over Jacob, but go ahead, Hoodlum. How are you today?
I'm good. California voting for Donald J. Trump.
Okay, perfect. And Hoodlum, what's the biggest reason why you're voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
He's clearly the leader of the time that we need as a country.
Got it. Thank you so much, my friend. Go back on mute for me just a moment, please. Jacob, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful. Jacob, who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris, and the reason why is she's the most qualified person in this election with her resume.
Perfect.
I think that she's the leader that we need right now.
Okay, perfect. So you're voting for Kamala, and it's because of her qualifications. Perfect. Go back on mute for me just a moment, please. Hey guys, let's keep tapping the screen. Let's get this thing up to 25,000 likes. We're a little bit stagnant and we want to get it moving. So please tap the screen, share the live out. You can send your daily heart me's, all that other good stuff. We do have a daily live goal, which is the little ghost. Boo. Right? It's almost Halloween, so please let's do all the good things to make the the TikTok do the TikTok thing so we can get more people in, more people having a conversation. Coach, how are you today?
Hi, sorry, it took me a minute for my phone to respond.
No worries.
I am a queer non-binary mom who lives in Utah, and I will be showing my support for Kamala Harris just strictly on the basis of being a person born with a uterus.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go back on mute for me. Hey, Dottie, have some decorum. Wait until we come to you before you come off mute. That was super rude, my friend. Next, Betsy. Betsy, how are you today?
Hey, I'm okay. Happy Sunday.
Happy
But
Sunday.
I'm voting for Miss Kamala Harris. I don't feel like I feel like a leader. She's the right leader to lead the nation. She has no felonies. She has nobody suing her for so many things.
Okay.
A leader should be a leader should be a leader, so we could follow the leader.
Absolutely.
My
Absolutely.
point.
Perfect. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Go
And,
back
and,
on
and
mute for.
listen. I'm sorry. Before I have to go, I can't stay. But I just want to share with. I'm from New York, and I just had a friend call me up. She's in 34th Street. Half of those people there are not from New York. They're from out of state. They're going crazy, taking pictures, asking which way is this place, which way do I go. So half of the people here are not from New York. They're from out of state. I just want to make it clear.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I, I have to go because I have Sunday dinner to do.
Okay.
But love
All
over
right.
hate, okay?
Absolutely.
Love
Thank
over
you
hate.
so much. Thank you so much. You have a good
You're
one.
welcome. Thanks to you. Bye bye.
Omega, how are you, my brother?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Good. You want to tell the people who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
Um, it's pretty much no secret. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I mean, and it's to conserve democracy, you know. Just, yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Perfect. Go back on mute for me just a moment. All right, and last but not least, Twani. Twani, how are you today?
Hi, it's Tawny.
Tani, I'm
And
sorry. Tani.
it's okay. It's okay. And oh, sorry, my dog is talking.
Your dog got
Um,
upset for me for messing that one up.
it's okay, Bubba. I'm voting. I'm sorry. I already voted for Donald Trump.
Okay, and what's the biggest reason why?
I have several. The first would be the illegal immigration invasion.
Okay, so we can say the border. Perfect. Thank you so much. Go back on mute for me just a moment. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have 2 spots left on the panel. So if you are interested in having a conversation, we have a couple of people who are supporting Donald Trump. We have more people that are voting for Kamala Harris. So if you want to come up and make your voice heard, specifically if you're a Trump supporter as well, please go ahead and hit the panel. We're going to go ahead and get this conversation started. Guys, as we get the conversation started, let's keep doing all the good things. Tap the screen. Thank you for the heart me. Tap the screen, share the live out, send your heart me's, all the good stuff to get the TikTok to know that we are live at a different time and we are getting the conversation started. We still have 2 spots left on the panel if anybody wants to join the conversation. So, with that being said, for my panel, hey, LCD64, can you hear me? Because I see that you're a teacup right now, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure you were able to hear me when I go over this. So this is for the panel. This is for everybody in the comments, listening and watching. I just want to cover a couple of things. So with the TikTok, we want to make sure that we are saying TikTok-friendly words. And we are able to protect not only your TikTok, but we're able to protect the live. So please be mindful of those words that TikTok's like. So you want to say things like pew pew, mustache man, unalive, AB, schmex, smurder, all of those types of things to make sure that, C19, make sure that we're able to have these conversations. Also, this is a safe and friendly community. So what that means is on the panel and in the comments, we don't do any of the isms. Racism, sexism, classism. We also don't do any of the phobias, homophobia, transphobia, none of that. We don't play that on the panel or in the comments. And if you are in the comments and you're doing that, you will get muted. My mods don't play that. And last but not least, if you're in the comments, please don't use caps. Caps are for mods. They draw my attention to the chat, and that takes away from the conversation we're having on the panel. So I want us to be able to continue to have these conversations. Please be mindful of all of that and respectful of those rules. with that being started, I want to go ahead and get into this conversation. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We're up to 21,000 likes. Let's get this thing up to 25,000 likes. Let's make it move. So I want to start with Tani. Tani, excuse me. Tani, you stated that the reason why you are voting for Donald Trump, or you voted for Donald Trump, is because of the quote-unquote border crisis. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And I would actually like to hear you tell LCD 64, which LCD stated that Kamala Harris is super qualified and one of the most qualified. I would like to hear you explain to LCD why Donald Trump is actually more qualified to handle the border than Kamala Harris. Okay, 20.
My ears are open, but I can't hear anything.
Yep, 20. I'm going to send you an invite to come off mute.
I'm sorry, my microphone wasn't turned on.
No worries. Go right ahead, my friend.
Our border is being overrun by people that have not applied legally to come into this country. Not only that, but the funding that is given to these people that are crossing our border is out of control. And everyone knows that they are being supported and supplied with everything that they need, while we have homeless veterans, while we have a homeless crisis already in this country. Well, would you like to interject?
Yeah, well, I would like LCD to interject, but more than that, I want to let you know it's not it's a houseless situation. You said a lot. You said a lot, but LCD, before I say anything, I'm going to give you the floor first. Would you like to respond to those things that Tani said about the border and basically how people are getting in unchecked? LCD, are you there?
Yep, sorry, I was muted. Okay, what exactly am I responding to?
What Tani just said about the.
She mentioned that Donald Trump is more qualified.
No. Never mind. Just go back on mute for me a moment. I'll take it. Yeah, Tani. So it's interesting that you called out a couple of different things, and I kind of want to deep dive into that. You spoke to the fact that there are it's unchecked people coming into the border. So where are you getting that information from? What statistical merit do you have to verify that there's unchecked amount of people coming into the country?
Oh my goodness, there is a plethora of information out there. I don't want to get into specific who said what, but you
Tani,
can.
Tani, I don't want to get into who said what either. I want us to get into the facts. I would like to know specifically where you're getting those numbers from, because the amount of encounters, which is a big word, is definitely something that we can actually check. But I just want to know where you getting your information from, because I want to make sure that we're reading from the same page of the same book.
Absolutely. Well, I watch different news sources, and what I am seeing is that we have, and I see it here. I live in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh.
What? That was an interesting head shake.
No. You know, the only reason I said that is because I always kind of find it interesting for the people who are most concerned about the border and where they live. It's always a something that catches my ear. So it's super interesting, people in different states, that's the biggest thing about them. But again, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead and finish your point.
Okay, and I'm just going to say I personally know of someone that works on the city council, and this individual is constantly being bombarded with they want to vote for more funds for the homeless and
Houselessness.
the
There's a
I'm
there's a
sorry,
difference. Yeah, absolutely. No worries.
houselessness. Okay, they do not have a roof over their head specifically, and that our public funds or our tax dollars need to take care of these people. It is a constant issue. And the fact that our food pantries are going dry, the fact that there are for the people that actually live here legally,
Yeah.
legally, all day long, I will say legally, I am not against migration at
Right.
all.
Right.
Not at all. I would like to see our population increase with legal migrants.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So, Tani, yeah, um, you said a lot. Oh, I think you have a. Who's that? Someone had an echo, but
I
I
have a
think we're good.
question, Santana.
It was Jacob.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Listen. I definitely can have this conversation with you, and I appreciate that. But my mom always told me work smarter, not harder. And we have someone on the panel that I have not gotten to introduce yet. Baby Malcolm X, aka Baby Jones. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? I always see
Hey,
you live. I always watch you live. I think this is the first time I've ever joined.
this is the first time you've been on the panel.
Yeah, man, but you're doing great.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Listen. Um, I was gonna have this conversation, but I figured, why should I have the conversation? Which I'm sure people who are watching have heard me have this conversation many a times. When I have you on the panel, and I just made a decision, and the decision is
Hold up. Let him.
so. Baby Malcolm X, the floor is yours. What would you like to tell Tani?
Well, Tanya, I'm just curious what exactly is illegal migration? Because you put an emphasis on legal. So what is the illegal migration that you speak of?
Legal migration is applying to come into our country. There's a lot of paperwork involved. You have to apply, and then you get
I
selected.
heard, please, from Syria.
So
Pardon
what's
Hey,
me?
what's illegal migration then?
Illegal is crossing a border without an invitation when it is not legal for the country you're entering to cross a border without the proper paperwork that you need to fill out, that you need to apply for. It's just like applying for a
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree
just
with you.
well, it's just like, okay, so can you go and drive a car without a license?
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't make it legal. See, the difference
That's
is,
exactly right.
hold on. The difference is, you see, the thing is, after the Geneva Convention, the United States is obligated to accept any immigrant that comes into the country. You can look this up, or I can show you.
You're
You said what?
you're wrong, but that's okay.
I mean, I'm not
Tawny,
wrong, but it's okay.
Tawny,
So you talked
Hey,
about,
Jacob, hold on one second. Stay on mute for me, my friend. This is just a conversation at the moment between Baby Malcolm X and Tawny. I will let you join in just a moment. And Tawny, I mean, it's nice of you to say you're wrong. I understand that, but it's actually facts. So I mean, it's definitely provable. But if you have some information to disprove what he is saying, please feel free to share it, and I'll pull that information up. But it's actually, this isn't a trust me, bro situation. But anyway, about Baby Malcolm X, you got it.
so yeah, my bad. Like I was saying, yeah, we're obligated to take in any immigrant that comes into the country. Um, Also, you talked about not having proper paperwork, but if you're someone like a refugee, or you're running away from a country that of violence, then you're just undocumented. You can still come into the country and apply for asylum. So what you're saying is you expect these people to have quote unquote proper paperwork and quote unquote apply, but we have rules set that allow them to come into the country.
Okay, I am going to respectfully disagree with you.
Well, I mean, you.
And
It doesn't matter if you disagree with me. It's the laws that we have in place.
and I
So do
will
you disagree
tell
with the
you
laws too?
that I will tell you I'm not an articulate person, and I have a difficulty expressing what my thoughts are. My point is that we have an unfortunate mass migration of people that have crossed our borders, that are undocumented, not to mention all of the undocumented children that have been lost in this country.
Yeah, that's due to
There
Donald
are
Trump's
over
policies.
830,000 children that have
That's not
crossed.
true.
Yes,
That number is not substantiated, one, and
but
secondly,
okay.
that's due to a Donald Trump policy that he put in place that allowed families to be separated from children.
No, and this has happened on the Biden Harris watch.
You didn't listen to what I said then.
I did. I
I
heard.
can give you an
Numbers too.
explanation for that.
Oh, I am willing to listen.
Hold on one second, Chris. And listen, Tawny, I definitely want you to engage with what Baby Jones is saying, but also even more than that. Literally, I have the American Immigration Council .org. It's the information up about asylum laws, and I'm not going to read everything out, but specifically to his point, these are international laws that were set, that have been set. So what he's telling you, it's not a, oh, this is what it should be, or hey, thank you. It's an actual factual law as far as the way that people are allowed into the U.S. So I just wanted to call that out and let you know that it's not a situation where he's saying this is what it should be or this is what he thinks. He's speaking specifically to the law of the United States. Anyway, Baby Jones, you got it.
So yeah, Tony, everything you're saying, like I feel like you have it a little distorted, and you should like read into it more. Because for
Okay.
one, there's not a mass influx of migration. If you look at the numbers, we would see that Joe Biden has allowed entry, and this is just entries. I think it's around 5 million in his presidency, throughout his presidency in 4 years. So
Host, I've
you're,
been real patient, but I'd like to say something on this subject if I could.
Howdy, partner. Hoodlum, give it 1 second. I promise you we're coming to you next, my friend. Just one moment, and you can pick up the subject. Just go ahead. As a matter of fact, let Baby Malcolm X finish what he's saying, and then we'll come to you.
well, yeah, that's it. You sit here and say that mass migration, mass influx of numbers, but the numbers aren't as high as you make them out to be.
Oh, I didn't even give a number.
Yeah, but ballpark number that MAGA usually gives is 10 to 20 million. So
But I didn't give a number.
But to that point, Tawny, and that's why I was saying, like, where are you getting your information from? Because I want to make sure we're reading off the same page of the same book. I would like to know what numbers are you using to formulate your opinion, or is it just based off of what you're seeing and you're making your opinion off of your limited scope of view?
Oh, my limited scope of view. That's interesting. I like that.
Well, it is, right? Because one, you live in Iowa, but two, I mean, unless you're omnipresent and you can see all across the United States at all time, then you have a limited scope of view. I have a limited scope of view, right? I can only see what's around me if I don't cross-check that with actual data and information. So that's why
Okay.
I say limited scope of view.
Let's just narrow it down to just one little tiny town, Aurora, Colorado.
Okay. Let's boil it down to Aurora, Colorado. Before we boil it down to that, have you been to Aurora, Colorado?
I have not.
Okay, so your
I've
scope
been
of
to
view is
Colorado,
still
but
limited, right?
everyone that is not, I cannot go throughout this entire country on a daily basis. to
Exactly.
see
That's what I'm saying.
what's going
So
on.
my point to that is, if you're gonna bring something up, which I have no problem with talking about Aurora, but if you're gonna bring it up, it can't be a trust me, bro situation. You have to actually provide some facts and statistics to back up whatever you're gonna say. That's the only thing that I'm asking. So we can have that conversation. You can say whatever you like, but I'm just saying, hey, how can we verify what you're saying? That's it.
Okay, and I can't verify. I do not, like I told you earlier, I am not an articulate person. I
Okay.
am
No,
not
no worries.
able,
No
I am
worries.
not able to, give you facts on the whim. I can't do that.
Okay,
That's
no
not who
worries.
I am.
Let's do this. Give me 1 second. Go back on mute for me just a moment, because I know we do have Hoodlum that wanted to chime in on this conversation. So, Hoodlum, I would like to give you the floor, and I would like to allow you to chime in. But when you chime in, please, please, please direct your conversation to Chris, because I know Chris specifically had some information that he wanted to speak on, and also. Unlike the rest of us, Chris is actually in a border state. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody else, but everyone who's been engaged in this conversation so far is not in a border state. Well, not in a northern border state, but that's a whole different topic. Anyway, Hoodlum, the floor is yours to have this conversation with Chris.
Thank you, host. So I think that what a lot of Americans don't talk about, and the left included, is Agenda 2030. And if you look at Agenda 2030 in the UN,
Wait. Hold on. Just level set with me for a moment, because I haven't heard of that. What is Agenda 2030?
Agenda 2030, when it comes to the UN, it is the active migration of immigrants that are called refugees. Refugees from third world countries into first world countries, i.e., the UK, the United States, basically all the G20 allies of ours. So this is a UN agenda. It's called 2030, and you can look that data up. And it
Yeah.
clearly,
So real quick.
The problem is it's more than just mass migration. It also
That's
talks
what I was
about
just
world
about to
peace.
say.
It talks about like giving everybody free healthcare, making sure everybody housed, making sure everybody has equitable resources. It's more than just mass migration. Like, you're just nitpicking one part of it out.
no, actually,
Hold
I'm
on,
glad you
hold
brought
on,
all
hold on,
those up,
hold on, hold
Chris.
on, hold on. So let's level set for the panel, for the chat, for people who might not have heard anything of that, because this is my first time looking over it. But a quick Googles lets me know that Agenda 37 is a sustainable development, is a 15-year global framework adopted by the United Nations in 2015 to address poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. This
Just like
thing,
I said.
yeah, this includes ending poverty and hunger, achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls, protecting the planet and natural resources, ensuring universal health coverage, providing access to equal education, achieving full and productive employment, and ending environmental dangers. So it's a lot, but that's where we are. And so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hoodlum. Go ahead and finish with your point.
Right. So you have two ways, two perspectives to look at this. You can either bring those that are down up, or you can bring those that are up down. And what a lot of people don't want to talk about in this country is we are allowing these refugees, is what the UN would like to refer to them as, into a first world country. It is not to bring up the United States. It is to use our resources to bring them up. And this agenda is happening not only in the United States, it's a global initiative. And you can only look at the effects of the UK and about, the uprising of the national citizens of these first world countries and the effects of these third world
Developing nation, my
immigrants
friends.
or
Developing nation.
refugees, as they would refer to them as, and it is
Hey,
to
Hoodlum,
lower.
Hoodlum.
Yeah,
Developing nation, my friend. They're
look,
developing nation. They're not third world countries. That's
okay.
very
So are we
dehumanizing.
Are we living in a world where you can't call something for what it is
Hey,
because it
Hoodlum,
might hurt your
Hoodlum,
feelings?
Hoodlum,
It's a third
Hoodlum,
world country. Let's
Hoodlum,
get it straight.
Hoodlum. No, let's get this straight. You are on my panel in our community, and in our community, we respect people, and so I'm asking you to respect what I'm saying and the boundary and the guidelines that we're setting. They're developing nations. We're not going to dehumanize anyone. So we're not going to call it a third world country. That's not a thing.
So hold on.
So
Okay, so I'm going to
Hoodlum,
use
no,
your definition.
Hoodlum,
I'm going to use your
Hoodlum,
definition.
Hoodlum.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. Continue what you're saying.
Okay, so if we're going to look at these country as emerging countries, right, then that would mean that the citizens within those countries are bettering that country. But these citizens not only are not bettering that country, they are fleeing that country for a better life in an emerged
Why are
country,
they fleeing the
established
country?
Western country, and that is my point. Is you are degrading a first world country because you're allowing this equality of outcomes conversation, but you are bringing somebody down to bring somebody up. And what the people that are being brought down are naturalized citizens of the United States and the Western world and our allies.
What?
Wait. Okay. Yeah. Um. Whoa. Anywho, Chris, the floor is yours because this is a conversation at the moment between Chris and Hoodlum. Chris, you got it.
We can't hear you.
Yeah. Sorry. So thank you for the conspiracy theory that nobody asked for. If you actually go to section 10 of that same document, it actually talks about, addressing root causes that would actually prevent immigration. So thank you for contradicting yourself in the same sentence. So for his presupposition to actually be true, right? Immigrants would have to come here and make the economy worse, right? Let's start there. One, right? 100 billion last year in federal, state, and local taxes. Two, undocumented immigrants, and I'm getting this from the U.S. Customs and Border Policies and the U.S. Bureau for Crime Statistics, 4 times less likely to commit violent crimes than naturalized citizens. 3, quoting Axios, right, we're going to see, right, so border cities are actually statistically safer than big major cities. Let me use this index from Axios and from the U.S. Crime Bureau of Statistics. The national average is 363.8. Houston, where I live at, 1,103. Let's start going through the border cities. El Paso, 350, right, which is way below the average. If we go to Jalisco, California, crime rate 130.6. If we go, let's just pick one more. Reynosa, Mexico, another border city, 218.5, and the list goes down and forth. So for your presupposition to actually be proved right, the migrants would have to come here and make the economy worse. They contributed 17% to the GDP on top of everything that I said, and border cities are actually safer. So everything you're saying is not matching up with the reality of what's actually happening right now.
Okay, sure, Chris. So my response to this is $100 billion is not 14% of GDP. Let's make that very clear.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Actually, it is exactly what you said.
No, that's not what I said. You're misquoting me.
Wait. 1 second. Just so we can be clear. Chris, can you restate what you said, please?
Yes, so I'm going to speak slow because this dude likes to nitpick. So $100 billion in federal, state, and local taxes. And I'll go a little bit further, right? Anybody that used Medicare and unemployment, they accounted for about anything from, 10 to 20% and 17% of the GDP, right? GDP is separate from the amount of taxes that anybody paid if you know what goes into gross domestic product. Now, you will not misquote me anymore. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when you look at the services rendered and the cost associated with these individuals, it exceeds $200 million. And it has been cleverly hid by the Biden-Harris administration through the FEMA departments and many other departments that they've used the housing and resettlement funding from. It clearly shows the 200 million. So we're at a net loss of 100 million.
Can you tell me where I can find that? Because I hadn't heard that one yet, my friend. Where can I find that information?
Politico, AP News, take your pick, bro.
Yeah, no. Can you tell me specifically where I can find that? Because I haven't heard that one.
the burden of proof is on
What
you,
was the
bro.
claim?
The claim
He's
is
making-
that the benefits received is more than the taxes.
No,
that they
that's
generated.
not the claim. The claim was
Can
that
you-
the funds are being allocated through different resources.
Housing and Resettlement Fund through FEMA. Yes, it's very well documented. Very well documented.
Right. Can you tell me where though?
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I know this is the game that you guys like to play, but this is
No,
very
Hoodlum,
well
you
researched.
have to hold on.
Hold-
You
hold on
have
one second,
to
Chris.
prove.
I already gave
sorry.
you sources.
Hold on one second, because Hoodlum, I'm genuinely not playing the game. I'm saying that I want to know where you're getting this information from because I haven't seen this for myself. So if you're introducing new information to me, I would actually like to be able to look like you just told me about. You told me about Agenda 2030, and I've never heard of that. So you gave me new information to look up and actually take in for myself. So I appreciate you for that. So I'm just doing the same thing here. It's not
Yeah,
that
no,
I'm
no.
saying something is
Sure,
out
sure.
of pocket. I'm just saying like I haven't heard of this, so I would like to see it.
Yeah, so I believe that Politico did an article on that. AP News has done an article on that.
Can you
And
at least give me a general idea what to search for to find it?
just put FEMA resettlement funds used for immigration.
They weren't.
Okay. And you know what? This is what we're going to do real quick because since I have Hoodlum, we have Hawk, who is one of my mods. Hawk doesn't normally come up. Hawk requested up. Hawk immediately got access to the panel. Therefore, I know for a fact that Hawk has something to add to this conversation. So while I look over this, I'm going to look for the stories that you actually just spoke to. I'm going to give the floor to Hawk for a minute. Hawk, the floor is yours.
I have it right here.
Actually, I did not request up. I don't know how I got up. However, I'm in the process of researching exactly what you guys are talking about. Because he's claiming that FEMA funds were used for what exactly?
For settlement, funding for settlement and food resources for immigrants.
Okay.
I have it right
real quick,
here.
and that's what I was
This
about
is
to say.
from
Hold
FEMA.
on one second. Let's do this. So, Baby Jones, I'm gonna try to give you the big screen, but I already know what's gonna happen when I do so. It's probably gonna.
It gets weird.
Exactly. Let's see. Yep. So I knew that was gonna happen. So can you just read off your background for us?
Yeah, basically it says this is what he was bringing up.
Exactly.
Emergency response was diverted to support international efforts or border-related issues, and it says this is false. No money is being diverted from disaster response needs. FEMA's disaster response is separate from anything border-related.
Yeah,
So I
and,
never said, hold on, wait.
and
Let's
that's
make
what
a
I was about to say
distinction
because you didn't say border. You didn't, and I've heard that one
Disaster
before.
response funding is not what I'm talking about. I'm specifically talking about the settlement and feeding of immigrants. That comes out of a different fund. And the fact that we're talking about the benefits of immigrants on their monetary value towards tax revenue specifically is relevant in the fact that it doesn't matter what pocket or what account or what funds they're being funded. That's the point.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
well,
order
you
for
still have to prove that
immigrants-
FEMA was like robbing funds from there.
To Chris's point, literally, Hoodlum, I mean, like, seriously, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but, my friend, I promise you, I'm sitting here looking for it. And the only thing that I can actually find when searching for what you told me is the information that specifically everyone else has been talking about, which is the whole, FEMA isn't redirecting any funds to migrants from disaster care, and which I know that your claim is different than what this is saying. So, again, can you help me actually find? Like if I go to Politico, do you know the title?
Actually,
go ahead, Hawk.
This
yeah,
doesn't-
in the specific thing, and I think this is what Baby Malcolm was reading or whatever. I want to be able to show y'all this and read it at the same time, which is hard to do. But this is from the FEMA website. Let me just read it to you. It says, this
I'll
is
have to read it
false.
too.
No money is being diverted from disaster response needs. Listen, FEMA's disaster response efforts and individual assistance is funded through the Disaster Relief Fund, which is a dedicated fund for disaster efforts. Disaster Relief Fund money has not been diverted to any other non-disaster related efforts.
Okay, wait,
None.
and that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, to be fair to Hoodlum, that's not what he's saying. He's not saying disaster relief. He's saying that the funds that FEMA is allocated for certain additional funds that FEMA are allocated are being converted. Is that what you're saying, Hoodlum?
Yeah. So my claim is that
But that's the whole
settlement
point. No. But
and
that's
the
what I just
feeding of
read.
immigrants
All of
is
the
being
money
funded
that.
by FEMA.
Hold on a second.
That's correct. And those funds are separate than the emergency
And it is
response
not.
fund.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on one second, Hoodlum. Hold on one
According
second.
to Mayorkas, it is separate.
Okay, but hold on, Hoodlum.
Okay,
hold on one
then
second,
you
Hawk.
prove to.
That's
then
what I was
you
just about to
prove
say.
Us, no, you prove to us how they're funded.
That's the missing piece,
Right.
Hoodlum. Like you're saying this
Because
and
what I just read.
Everything that I'm finding is speaking specifically to disaster relief. Everything that Hawk has found, that Baby Malcolm X says. But hold on. Let's do this. One second. Let's hear what Ari has to say first, and then we'll come back to you. Ari, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So, Hoodie, do you know the name of these programs?
Well, I think that the distinction needs to be made. The emergency response team is exactly that. The moment of the emergency.
Hoodlum. I'm sorry, Hoodlum. That's not the question, my friend. Listen, we're going like all around. Thank you for the heart me. All around in the circle. Maybe we need to level set. Let's level set. Let's do that. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Right? As a famous basketball player once tweeted out, maybe I'm the problem. All right.
So let me just give you an example.
Hold on. Let me do this. Guys, thank you for coming in. This is a special midday edition of Late Nights with Santana. We are not in our normal time frame, so things aren't normal as they would normally be. But we are here for another discussion. As of right now, we have Hawk, Ari, Chris, Omega, Baby Malcolm X, who are all supporting Kamala Harris in this upcoming election. We have Hoodlum and Tawny, who are supporting Donald Trump in this upcoming election. We do have one spot left on the panel, so if you are voting for Donald Trump in this upcoming election and you want to come up and make your voice heard and join the conversation with Hoodlum and Tawny, please go ahead and request up. I see we have other people that are in the box. If you are voting for Kamala Harris, please drop out of the box for now. We want to get one other person in the box to actually help Hoodlum and Tawny join the conversation. So please request up. Guys, we're only at 40,000 likes. We've been live for almost an hour. We have 282 people watching, so we should have way more likes than that. So tap. Let's get this thing up to 50,000 likes and keep the party moving. Last but not least, also there was a new sub. I want to say W's in the chat for Mrs. Panda Party for becoming a subscriber. And guys, we do have a daily donation goal of $250. So if you're enjoying the live and you're enjoying the information, the education, the entertainment, please consider donating. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links in the bio. It's going to be Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. If you want to support the live, that is the best way to do so. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Last but not least, we're having a conversation now where Hoodlum is telling us that FEMA funds are being reallocated to housing and food for migrants, but he's not saying specifically that it's the disaster relief funds. He has not given us a source yet, and we keep asking for a source, but we still want to actually have this conversation. Ari has her hand up. She's trying to engage with Hoodlum, so we're going to give the floor to Ari to finish this conversation. And again, if you are a Trump supporter and you want to have this conversation move along with your voice, please go ahead and request up. Ari, the floor is yours.
All right. So the reason I asked is because I do know the name of the two programs that he is trying to mention. Thank you, Non. So the first one is called the Services Program, which is abbreviated as SSP. Because it's Shelter and Services Program. It provides funding to state and local governments for migrant shelter, transportation, and support. So it provides funding directly to the government. And then the next one is called the Emergency Food and Shelter Program Humanitarian, also known as EFSP-H. that supports local organizations that are offering emergency food and shelter for migrants. So it's actually what these programs are actually doing, like the shelter and services program, it's providing funding directly to the state and local governments to help them shelter and transport and support the governments that are supporting the migrant communities. The EFSPH is actually supporting local organizations by paying them basically to help feed the migrants. So these businesses, these organizations are being paid by FEMA, right? So they're making money, they're supporting the economy, and it's growing them and their organization. And the that is also correct. The SSP was created under Trump in 2019. The EFSPH has been has been a thing for a long time. But again, so it's like it supports organizations offering emergency food and shelter for migrants. So it's spurring up small businesses in a way, and organizations and shelters.
Well, that's surprising. Ari, thank you for supporting my position. I would just like to say that these companies are nonprofit companies that are using hotels to house these immigrants, and at the end of the day, the sheer number of these migrants or these refugees, depending on your definition of a refugee, is putting a very strong toll on FEMA funds, right? And at the end of the day, those are taxpayer funds, and these are
I'm
the
sorry.
concerns.
I'm sorry. I have to stop you. That's not what Ari said. Ari, please repeat what you said.
All right, so the Shelter and Services Program specifically provides funding to state and local governments for migrant shelter, transportation, and support. And then you have the Emergency Food and Shelter Program, humanitarian, which supports local organizations offering emergency food and shelter for migrants. Specifically, they have very distinct and separate funding sources within FEMA. It's not diverting funds at all in any way, shape, or form from emergency relief, right? They're two separate funding streams that are funded by Congress. And again, let's point this out that the SSP was created in 2019 under the Trump administration.
Right, but because of the number of refugees coming to this country claiming asylum has spent, how much have those departments spent? Because Chris over here is claiming that these refugees are a net positive to our economy and to our society, and I beg to differ strongly.
Okay, so if you're going to mention my name, I'm going to respond to what you said, I'm going to.
One second.
Doesn't provide any evidence.
One second, real quick. The blueprint. Hey, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Hell no.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to drop you down, my friend. We are looking for just one more Trump supporter to balance out the panel.
Wait, can I say something? Can I say something about these Trump supporters right now, real quick? You can drop it down
really quick, my friend, because I want to get back to the conversation.
Let me tell you something. If you vote for Trump, what you knew before you knew Trump won't be there after. I'm going to tell you that right now. And that's all I got to say.
All right, perfect. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. All right, guys, if there is anyone else who is voting for Donald Trump and they want to come up to the panel and help balance out the panel, please go ahead and request up. We have a spot open. Hoodlum, I'm going to ask this question one last time. Just one. Hold on one second, Ari. Hold on one second, Ari. Hold on one second, Chris. This is specifically for a reason. Hoodlum, do you have an actual source that we can cite and view what you're giving us is factual information? Because I feel like we've ran all the way around the world, but we haven't been able to actually get to the point that you made and actually verify it. So do you have a verifiable source, and not just saying check all these articles or whatever? Can you give us something that we can specifically go and verify?
I'd have to go get it. I'd have to teacup for a minute.
Okay. Well, don't worry about teacupping, my friend. The reason why is because one of our lovely subscribers has decided to use their monthly kick on you. So as a subscriber, you get access to what's called a monthly kick, meaning if someone is on the panel and we are having a conversation and you don't want to hear from them, then you can actually request for them to be kicked. And that's exactly what happened. That's why I wanted to check in one more time and see if we had a source that we can at least go off of and finish up this conversation. But no. With that being said, also, W's in the chat for Tom. Tom added $1 to the daily donation goal. Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate you, my brother. We still have $249 left in our daily donation goal. There's 292 people watching. So if 249 people send $1, this thing will be completely wiped out. So please consider donating. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Chris, Ari, I want to give you guys the opportunity to wrap up what you're saying, and then I want to come back to Tawny.
I just wanted to point out that Erica went and looked it up, or maybe she already knew it, but the SSP has $650 million worth of funding for fiscal year 2024. I saw her comment and I wanted to read that out loud.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so when I'm talking about GDP, taxes is a very small part of it, right? So I didn't even get into the conversation of how when it comes to agriculture, undocumented immigrants account for 25%, right? This is quoting from the U.S. Department of Economic Forum, and they measure that in man hours, at least working 12 hours a day. Same thing with maintenance and construction, between 17 and 20%, working anywhere from 12 to like 14 hours per day, right? So they even predict if Trump does mass deportations, you're going to lose all that progress to the economy and lose at least 7% of the GDP right then and there.
Got it. All right, perfect. Well, I will put this topic to bed. I mean, the thing that, that kind of bothers me is, I already took care of it. The thing that bothers me is when we can't substantiate a claim. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Al. My guy Al added $10 to the daily donation goal. Thank you so much, Al. That means we are now we only have $239 left in the daily donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. And also W's in the chat for Rick, who just became a subscriber. W's in the chat for Rick. Thank you, Rick. Rick must have said, I like that daily kick thing. I'm going to go ahead and get me one. Or not daily, but monthly kick. It gives you access to the Discord, a fast pass if you want to come up on the panel and have a conversation. A lot of great stuff. You get a lot of cool emotes. As a matter of fact, subscribers, can we drop some of the emotes in the chat just to show off just a little bit? We have 2 spots open. If there is someone who is voting for Trump and you want to make your voice heard, please come up to the panel. Let's have a conversation. In the meantime, in between time, what I would like to do, Omega, you have been waiting patiently and quietly. I would like to actually allow you to have a conversation with Tawny, because Tawny is voting for Donald Trump, but not only is she voting for Donald Trump, she stated that there's multiple, hey, thank you for the corgi. There are multiple reasons why she's voting for Trump. So, Omega, I would like to hear your perspective as far as why you're voting for Kamala Harris and why Tawny should actually consider voting, or, well, she already voted, but why other people should actually consider voting for Kamala Harris. Also, one more quick thing. I'm sorry. W's in the chat for Influx, who added $5 to the daily donation goal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Omega, the floor is yours, my brother.
Oh, well, I had my notes ready for the immigration talk, but we're off of that now. But I just would like to know, for me, I would like to know Tawny's other reasons for voting for Trump. So I'm why she voted for Trump. And I could take it from there.
Okay, well, I see that the headline for our sponsor here is MAGA is officially over.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to know my reasoning behind that?
Absolutely.
Okay, Awesome, awesome. So, and I'm sorry, let me just call this out real quick because it happened, and I want to make sure I don't disregard it. So, two people received a subscription. I'm not sure who sent it, but W's in the chat for whoever sent the subscription. Welcome to the new subscribers. Apparently, we're in a sub wave.
Yep,
So
you got
we got one
three.
more sub.
There were three gifted subs. Two were gifted by Non, and one by DJ.
Thank you so much, Arif. All right, so I will cover that. Yeah, so the reason why it says MAGA is officially over, it's because, and also Barbie just received one, and Kaya G just received. Guys, thank you so much. That's awesome. The reason why I'm saying MAGA is officially over is because the overall zeal and enthusiasm behind the MAGA party is officially gone, right? And I say that through the recent travels that I had, especially in those southern states where you saw a lot of Trump flags and Trump signs, and people really like the thing that I can admit is in 2016, MAGA was a movement, whether you like it or not. It was absolutely a movement. It was a thing that took the country by storm. There was a lot of other factors that played into it, but MAGA was definitely something to be reckoned with. And since then, you've seen it taper off to where I think there is MAGA fatigue. I think that people have seen Donald Trump for who he is. I think they've realized that Donald Trump has lied about supporting Russia, about Project 2025, about FEMA support, and about his health. And I think that's why a lot of people are no longer supporting Donald Trump or the MAGA movement. So that's where that statement comes from. Also, guys, W in the chat for all the new subscribers. There's quite a few people that just subscribed, and I missed that, but thank you so much. My mods are on that. So, Tani, that's why I made the statement that I made.
Okay, do you see that just today, Madison Square Garden is sold out in New York?
Hey, that's a great point. Do you know why Trump sold out Madison Square Garden for today?
Please enlighten me.
No.
You brought it up.
I know I'm not being sarcastic. Enlighten me.
Yeah, there's a specific I don't want to call it a rally, but someone specifically held an event at Madison Square Garden on this very day many years ago. Do you not know of that?
No, enlighten me.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Santana.
Hey, TD, how are you?
I'm good. I just know one thing though. Trump's not getting Beyonce.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Beyonce would never.
Would never.
The Queen would never.
Absolutely. So let's speak to this. Would anybody on the panel like to enlighten Tani as far as what happened, as far as why the semblance of Trump having his rally in Madison Square Garden on today is actually mind-blowing? Anyone? No?
I am under the impression that it is a mimicry of a rally that was held back in the 1930s by a certain individual from the country of Germany.
The mustache man.
Kidding me?
The mustache man. Yes, absolutely. The mustache man did the exact same thing, held a rally on this day in the 1930s, specifically using the exact same rhetoric that Donald Jimothy Trump likes to use himself. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, Donald Trump has to go like yesterday. He should have been gone yesterday. Go ahead and get him out of here.
Yeah. Well, hold on one second. So TD, go on mute for me a moment. Go on mute for me a moment. Tani, do you know anything about that? What do you think about that?
I'm well aware of
So you knew.
Hitler.
Shitler or Mustache Man.
Okay, Mustache Man, whatever you want to refer to him
Well,
as.
no. It's not what I want to refer to him. It's TikTok friendly language. That's just like it'll get us taken down if you say that name too many times.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm just saying that there are a mass amount of Americans that are seeing that our country is going in the wrong direction, and we want to preserve our livelihoods. We want to preserve what we had for generations. We were able to buy homes. We were able to go on vacations. We were able to save money. We were able to put our kids through school. I am fortunate that the one daughter that I have is able to, she and her husband are able to take care of their family. So I don't have kids living in the basement because they can't afford housing. Right now, the housing crisis is over and above ridiculous. And I don't know anybody that wouldn't agree with me on this. Housing prices have gone through, the proverbial is the roof. I came to Iowa
Wait.
just give me a second.
Yeah.
I came to Iowa 9 years ago. I'm from Southern California. The place that I was renting with my roommate is now more than what my mortgage costs here in Iowa. It's doubled. The same place. My roommate still lives there. The same place has doubled in 10 years.
Got it. Okay, so this is what I want to do because I know everyone has their hands up. Everyone wants to reply, but I want to give Omega an opportunity to finish saying what he's saying. So I will give Omega the first option to actually speak. And guys, we are looking for one more Trump supporter to come up on the panel. I see we have someone in the. Let's just do this real quick. 1 second here. Hey, Justice Fisk, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, no. I am not a Trump supporter. I don't even know how that happened. I apologize.
Okay, no worries. I'm going to drop you down for now, my friend. I appreciate you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you are voting for Donald Trump and you want to come up and make your voice heard, we have a panel spot for you. Please go ahead and request up. Omega, the floor is yours.
Okay, Tony, do you know one of the reasons why housing is so high is because we have a supply and demand issue? Which
absolutely.
Hold on 1 second, Twani. Let's let him finish.
Wow. Okay. Which she has directly taken on by increasing the amount of houses built will lower the cost of houses all around. And you also know that Donald Trump could have. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That Donald Trump could have got ahead of the rise in rent during COVID, but he never did.
C-19.
Now I'm sorry. C-19. But Donald Trump never did. And she and Kamala Harris is also talking about putting a cap on the price gouging that renters do to tenants. So, are you aware of any of those things? What do you have to say about it,
Tony, the floor is yours, my friend. I'll send you an invite to unmute.
I'm sorry, I had to turn on my microphone.
No worries.
Okay, so unfortunately, what we have is a supply and demand situation. Where's the demand coming from, folks? Where's the demand coming from?
Wait. I'm going.
Where is the need for more housing coming from? Why do we need such a vast amount of more housing.
Can I answer your question because it's going to
Absolutely.
be awesome, cool. This is something that Trump did, and I need you to actually answer this. Cool. Your president repealed the Obama-era Dodd-Frank Act, which allowed all these corporations to start buying up housing. Quoting one out of very many, Blackstone now has the biggest portfolio of single-family houses that they've ever had, and that's just one. Okay, yeah. So your president is the one that repealed this. So one of the big reasons for that literal supply and demand issue is because your president allowed these companies to continue to do these things, and this is only going up in the upward trend. Quoting the U.S. Department of Housing, Trump didn't really do much of anything when he was president because there was a 3 million house decrease in the negative slope of affordable houses being made. So not only did he not contribute to building houses, I would love for you to quote a policy that he actually did to promote that, but he also repealed the act that was keeping houses safeguarded from having corporations being bought by them. So that's Trump's fault.
Okay. I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. He did not want.
So then why would you vote for him?
And here's what I'm hearing is that you want corporations to buy housing so that they can.
That's not. Nope. Stop. You're misquoting. Hold on, guys. One second. Because when she misquotes.
One moment.
Okay. Yeah. She's misquoted me, dude.
Yeah, no, let's make sure. Let's do this, guys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to sub only for a moment, just because we're at 81,000 likes, and we should be at 100,000 likes. So if you guys want to join the conversation, either you can sub or we can get this thing up to 100,000 likes. So tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good stuff. Chris, I want you to say it for Tani one more time. But a little bit simpler, right?
No, that's fine, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quote page 5 of Kamala Harris' economic plan, right?
Yeah, no, I want you to be direct. Like that's what I'm looking for. Like just direct, so we can make sure. I once heard Wendy Williams quote
Santana.
Straight talk makes for straight understanding. So Chris, straight talk.
The reason why, she asked the question, right, about why the supply and demand was this way. I gave her what Trump did, right, that actually caused this to happen, and now she's strawmanning me saying that I want corporations to eat up housing, even though that's what Trump did. So I'm going to respond, right, because I'd never asked her a question. She's in denial over what Trump did, so I'm going to respond with what Kamala wants to do on page 5 of her economic plan. 82-page economic plan, something that Trump doesn't have. So let's go for it. All right, so in the opportunity economy, more Americans can experience the pride of home ownership. Vice President Harris and Governor Walz have a plan to end the housing shortage and lower prices, partnering with the private sector to build 3 million additional homes. Wow, that doesn't sound like that she wants corporations to actually buy homes. Interesting. Let's keep reading. As these new homes are built, the Harris-Walz administration also wants to give a historic $25,000 in down payment assistance to help more Americans build their first homes and provide shelter, opportunity, and security for loved ones. Now, obviously, there's a large statistical breakdown that goes into it, but no, I never said that corporations, right, I want corporations to buy up housing. The person that you voted for the first time repealed the Dodd-Frank Act, which allowed these corporations to literally eat this housing up. Don't ever misquote me again.
Whew. Okay, Tawny, that was a mouthful. So, would you like to try one more time as far as answering Chris's question directly?
I never asked her a question. Whoa. So I never asked her a question. She misquoted me, which is why I got frustrated. I never asked her a question.
But you had an original question.
No. So she asked me, right, how the supply and demand for housing became how it is. I told her a big part of the reason was Trump's repealing the Dodd-Frank Act and how there was a 3 million negative slope in houses built in the Trump administration. That's I was answering her question, but then she decided to misquote me and say, "Oh, you want corporations to buy these houses?" I never said that. In fact, her economic policy says the complete opposite.
Okay. Tawny, would you like to respond?
Absolutely. So I want to ask you, where is this $25,000 assistance coming from?
I got you. Ready for this? Awesome. Perfect, right? So this is what you call responsible budgeting. Perfect. So what she's gonna do, she's gonna tax the 1% and centimillionaires, right? Slightly more. By the way, this corporate tax rate is still gonna be the lowest since 1939, and capital gains tax for all what is it? 8,500 centime millionaires, which wouldn't even take a big hit anyway. Unlike Trump, that literally wants to use the budget as a credit card. So if he ever tried to do the same thing, he only passes policies to benefit rich people and not the lower and middle class looking for the housing. So according to all statistical models, according to the Penn Wharton model, where Trump went to school at, by the way, a lot of these policies will pay themselves back or make a minor budge to the deficit. Thank you.
Okay, so you want American taxpayers to put money down on other people's homes, is what you're saying.
Taji,
You want,
I'm gonna no stop. You misquote me every time. Okay,
is
Taji,
that not correct?
No, it's not. Can you repeat anything that I just told you?
Why would I?
Santana,
Well,
this is
the reason why you repeat is because to make sure that we're again. Listen, I've been saying this the whole time. We want to make sure that we're reading off the same page of the same book. So when speaking to a topic, we want to make sure that we're actually listening and engaging in the actual conversation. So I mean that it's valid for him to want to make sure that you understood what he said and that you guys are having the same conversation. Also, welcome back, chat.
Yeah, so I guess I'll say it because she didn't listen to me twice and said something I didn't say. So I'll just close this out and let other people speak. So I'm just gonna put this in simple terms, right? Trump gives tax cuts to rich people and uses the deficit as a credit card. Kamala wants to increase taxes slightly to rich people, which will still be the lowest since 1939. And what this is going to do, this is going to finance these programs like the $25,000 down payment with the benefit of getting more people in housing. And she wants to build 3 million new houses. And what the difference between Trump and Harris is, this policy pays for itself and gets a lot more lower and middle income classes into housing, and Trump doesn't even have a plan for it. So if you don't want to listen, just let me know. But I never said that taxpayer money from the lower middle class was going to go into this, because that is not what's proposed.
Okay, and I will tell you that Trump does have a plan for building more housing for people that are living.
Yeah, we're not find it.
Where's that at? Do you have a source for that?
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Can I
He's
address her, please?
Yeah,
But-
hold on. Okay, let's do this. Tawny, finish your point, and then I would like
man, they
to
can move on. I'm
TD. Yeah, I would like TD to be able to speak with you.
He does have a plan, and like I said earlier, I don't have a list of freaking where I'm getting my information from, but I am just saying, what I am looking for is a president that is going to lead, a president that is going to be strong on the world stage, a president that isn't going to laugh, a president when there are serious issues going on, a president that is going to be able to respond. I am not an articulate person. I said
We can
that
tell.
before. I want
Guys, let's be fair and let
okay.
Tawny finish. It's okay, Tawny. Go ahead and finish your thought.
It's okay if you want to mock me. It's okay if you want to ridicule me. I understand that a lot of people want a woman of color And I am all about having a woman eventually running this country, just not this one. I don't believe in her policies. I haven't seen anything from her that gives us any hope for being a viable country in the future.
Okay.
I think that what she is going to do is send all of our manufacturing jobs overseas. I think that what she is going to do is replace all of our workers. Yeah, you can mock me.
No, no, I'm saying land your plane for me. And that's what I was saying.
What
Like
I
land.
am saying, okay, I'll land it for you. I was better off 4.5 years ago than I am today. My
Okay, I have
dollar
one
Hold on, hold
question
on,
went
for
hold
a
on,
you.
hold on.
whole
No, no, no,
lot
no, no.
further.
Please let Tawny finish. Tawny, go ahead and finish.
My dollar went a whole lot further 4.5 years ago. 4 years ago.
Okay.
I am one of the most blessed people that I know because I've worked my ass off.
Oh, okay.
What I
Okay. Hold on.
see,
Okay, Tawny. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I was trying to let you kind of wrap it up, but I wanted to make sure we're having a conversation instead of monologuing. So let's do this. W's in the chat for Ryan. Ryan added $5 to the daily donation, saying that her friend who's still renting will benefit. WTFU. Yeah, that is a great point. That your friend that's renting would benefit from this actually happening. So yeah, guys, we still have $229 left in our daily donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the bio. If you are enjoying the live, the information, the entertainment, the education, please consider donating. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to actually support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. TD, I would like to give you an opportunity to speak, and the floor is yours. I know Ari has a question. Hawk has a question. The Black Historian has a question. Everybody has questions. But TD, the floor is yours
Okay, I have
first.
2 questions for her, if y'all don't mind. I have one question. Tawny, do you believe Kamala Harris is black?
I don't care what she is.
Yeah, I'm glad, and I don't want to
No,
deal with
that's
that
not the
topic.
question.
I genuinely, I don't want to go into
You don't, Santana, if you don't want to talk about it, then we'll skip it.
Yeah, I don't want
If
to
you don't
deal
want,
with is she rich
all
and
right,
black
that's
because she
that's
is.
fine.
Important.
That's fine. But I have a more important question. You said, Tawny, you said you were better under Trump because you don't. You said something about you don't have kids living in your basement, right? You made an
Correct.
ableist comment. Trump is the reason why those kids are living in the basement.
I don't have
He's
any
the reason.
children living in the basement.
No, you said that's the reason why there are kids living in the basement, like adult kids living in their parents' basement. That is what you said.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
I just asked you. I just told you. Do you know Trump is the reason why people are having to roommate and shack up with people and spend more on rent? You know he's the direct reason for that, right?
Okay, so this administration hasn't had anything to do with
Nope.
economics for the last 3.5 years. So
Nope.
it's all Trump, right?
Yep, you're correct.
I
Oh
disagree
my
with that.
goodness.
I disagree with that statement. Would you like to, TD? Would you like to verify why you would say that this administration has nothing
It's not.
to do?
No, I'm not.
Because she
Let
did
let me
specifically say
articulate this
nothing to
better.
do. So
Let me articulate this better. They have very little to do with why things are the way they are, but a good 80 to 85% of the reason why we're in the mess that we're in is because of Donald J. Trump.
Yes, see, that's where I was going. Can you explain why? Because it is like, so to say they have nothing to do is not factual. But
It's what. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna piggyback off what Mr. Chris said because he brought it up before I could. Thank you for that, Chris. Thank you for reading my mind.
W's in the chat for Chris.
You do. Sorry. You do realize that Donald Trump basically released regulations and for the big corporations and the big hedge funds. So they were able to do basically whatever they wanted. That's why we're in the mess that we're in now. That's why things are so expensive.
so
That's why grocery stores are price gouging, and they're admitting to price gouging. They're coming out of the closet and out of the woodworks and boldly saying with their chest, yes, we're price gouging. Yes, we're doing that. Because there's no regulation for them. There's no consequences for them now.
So you're saying this administration holds no accountability for how our country is at this juncture?
Can I respond to that real quick?
No. Because this is what I want to do. Because I want to let TD finish. So wrap what you have to say up. But
Chris is probably going to articulate it better than I could.
Well, let's do this real quick because again, the Black Historian has been waiting, and the Black Historian, did you want the opportunity to respond to that specific statement, or did you want Chris to take that?
I know Ari had something she wanted to say. I wanted to go.
I think we all have a lot to say.
I was literally the last person to raise my hand, so I can go last.
And we can't forget about Hawk. Okay, so let's just do this real quick.
No.
W's in the chat for.
I want them to go first. Black Historian Ari can go before me.
Okay. W's in the chat for Ann for adding $5 to the daily donation goal. W's in the chat for Aaron, who added $5 to the daily donation goal and just sent emojis. And W's in the chat for Aria, who said obviously. Oh, Ari, 20 is hurting my brain. Yes, Tawny is hurting my brain. So yeah, guys, that is $15 added to the daily donation goal. So that means that we are now, we are now $214 away from closing out our daily donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the bio. If you want to support the live, that's the best way to do so. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. Chris, I'll let you respond directly. Then we'll jump to Ari. Then we'll go Black Historian, and then we'll go Hawk.
Oh, I thought Black Historian said she wanted to go first, though. You know, ladies first always.
One of you guys have to go. Everybody keeps
okay.
like hot
I'll go. I just hope she doesn't run after I say what I have to say. When she kept saying people. She wanted to go back to when there was a time where she could buy a house and do all of this. You know, back in that time, I couldn't get a house. And if I could, I was redlined to a particular area. We couldn't get loans. We couldn't get, we couldn't get fair loans. We could have the same credit score and they would still charge us a higher interest rate. You stay in Iowa, a predominantly white state that lives inside their own bubble. You don't have to deal, or you don't have, if you don't want to, you don't have to deal with people that look like me. And when you say, I need someone strong that can run this country, basically you just said any white man, anyone who's white and male is stronger. Yeah, I'm sorry. YT and male is basically the strongest person that can run this country.
Oh my goodness, you are so
That's what anyone but this woman. And please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. You know, the biggest new demographic of homelessness is people over 65.
Houselessness,
sorry.
Unhoused.
Houselessness is people over 65 because of Trump and his policies. You intentionally left out black people because I don't understand. I do understand, but I'm just gonna leave it at this because to me it sounds like she lives in a bubble where she doesn't have to deal with people who don't look like her, and she doesn't care about people who don't look like her because she's voting for a man who's obviously a fascist, a misogynist, a rapist, any bad thing you can think of. Trump has done it all, but yet you want to put this man on a pedestal and give him the highest office in the land, and he's a convicted felon. But hey, your fellow felon can't even vote for him. But he can hold, he's getting public housing. Felons who are in the state can't even get public housing. But this man is going to get public housing and free food, basically on my tax dollar.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't even think about that one. Guys, W's in the chat for David. David added $20 to the daily donation goal. So now we're only $194 away from closing out this daily donation goal. There's 360. I'm sorry?
You get the subscriptions? I sent out 2 subscriptions.
Yeah, listen, it's been going fast. I haven't been able to catch it, but thank you. Thank you for sending out the subs. Yeah, guys, $194 left in the daily donation goal. There's 360 people watching, so if 194 send $1, we can completely wipe this out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links in the bio at Santana Speaks 24. Everything accepted, anything's appreciated. Chris, the floor is yours.
Before we get back to economy, right? I'm gonna flip this conversation on its head because she mentioned foreign relations in the very beginning, and we need a change of pace, and you already know that that's mine. And she said a lot of BS, so we're gonna go ahead and reconstruct that. All right, so let's see here. So you're saying somebody strong on the world stage. Beautiful. Trump started a war when he was in office. Biden-Harris didn't. A Biden-Harris administration got us out of Afghanistan. Donald Trump was negotiating with the Taliban behind the U.S.'s back, as confirmed by Aspen and a lot of the DOD and his longtime chief of staff, John Kelly. Also, with that going on with the future, Trump doesn't have a backbone. Kamala does. Kamala wants to advocate for a ceasefire in Israel, which is a known warmonger since '81. What does that mean? Keeping us out of another war and more tax money, right? Along with that, she wants to continue supporting Ukraine, right? Instead of Trump, documented 2 times, wanted to persuade Ukraine to give Crimea to Russia, which would start a resource war. So Trump is very pro-war, right? Kamala's very anti-war. And to put the icing on the cake, the Kremlin, which is the Russian government, recently came out and said, we can't wait for Trump to get reelected because he has a history of being manipulated. It's happened tons of times. 2016 election, he was giving battle plans to Iran to people that didn't have security clearances. He was leveraging his investments in Moscow against American people. So if you're going to vote for somebody strong on the world stage, you vote for Kamala Harris. You do not vote for the traitor. Case closed.
Okay, and I want to reiterate I'm sorry, what is it? The Black
Historian.
Okay, ma'am, you don't know me. I am biracial. And
who cares?
Hold on. Let her say what she has to say. Go ahead.
You're telling me I live in a bubble? That is absolutely wrong of you on so many levels. I will tell you something. I do not judge people by their skin color. I do not judge people by who they are in their racial ethnicity. So how dare you to assume that I am living in a bubble? Shame on you, because you automatically assumed that because I am a Trump supporter, that I am a white woman. Shame on you.
It screams white mama.
Hold on. Let's do this. Just so you know, I pulled up the demographic breakdown of Iowa, and oh wait 1 second. Hold on.
90 what?
Hold on 1 second. So of Iowa,
it's up there.
Yeah, no, Iowa is 84.2% white, 7.3% Hispanic or Latino, 6.5% is listed multiracial, and a smaller percentage of Iowa's population is black or African American. They don't even have a percentage on that. That's how small it is. So I just want to say, to the Black historian's point, the reason why she said you live in a bubble is because you can pretty much be anywhere in the state of Iowa and not see anybody any people of color. That's the reasoning behind the whole bubble comment. Also, let me just get this off because everyone is being super, super awesome. And I want to make sure I call this out. Thank you. Massive W's in the chat for Kimberly for adding. I'm sorry. Let's start with this one. Master W's in the chat for Michelle, who added $5 to the daily donation goal. Said you love our format. We love you. Thank you. Christy, who added $10. Alex, who added $2. Kimberly, who added $10. Megan, who added $10. And also someone else who added $5 who asked to remain anonymous. So guys, yeah, we are now up to $93 in our daily donation goal. So we only have $157 left. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. If you would like to support the live, please consider donating. Thank you so much. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. We appreciate you. The Black Historian.
Her voting for Trump is like a rat voting for which poison should I get? Or which
Really?
mousetrap should I get?
Hold on, Tanya. Hold on. Just let her explain why she's saying that. Just hear her out for a second.
You're voting for your own demise. And if you're white passing, then you may have a little bit of luck. But if you anywhere you look like me, he gonna deport you back to wherever he thinks you may have come from.
That is
Because
nonsense.
he's talking about giving back. I'm sorry. He's talking about doing away with birthright citizenship, which was mainly made for black people because they were they didn't consider us citizens.
Oh my goodness.
And they did not consider us citizens. Do you even know what the 14th Amendment is?
I know exactly what you're referring to.
Okay, so what is the 14th Amendment?
I think that you are so...
What is the 14th Amendment? Don't you even go there and call me an angry black woman because I will boot you off of this panel.
I was going to say you are wrong. You are just
again.
wrong.
I asked you a question. What is the 14th
and you're talking
Amendment,
about
ma'am?
emotions. You're getting.
What is the 14th Amendment?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm asking you.
No,
I even told you what it was.
I'm going to respond because everything I'm going to say, you're going to interject. So you just go on it. You have a good time.
Okay, well then mute yourself then, so you can take this, so you can listen. Mute.
I'm muted.
Ask her a question. If y'all don't mind.
One second. I'm almost done. The 14th
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Amendment is birthright citizenship, like I said, which was particularly made just for black people. He is talking about deporting people. American citizens get swept up in that. So when you don't see black people in your area or people that are melanated, because I can't tell by your photo if you are brown like me or white presenting because you said you're biracial when you said I don't care about anybody's race, but you made a point to make it that you were biracial. I don't care. Anyone who votes for Trump is like roaches voting for raid because he doesn't care about anybody else in this country except YT cishet billionaires.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to do because again, I don't want it to be. I want Tani to be able to speak and reply as well, but I know there's a lot of people that haven't gotten to say anything, and then also we have. Do you say is your name Tenzi? How do you say your name, my friend? I apologize. I'm gonna send you a request to come off mute. Say it one more time. Tani Zini. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put you back on mute. I want you to do something because you have an echo. I want you to go like you're checking the text message and just come back. Don't exit the panel. Just go like you're checking the text message and come right back. That'll clear up that actual echo. Perfect. So this is what I want to do. Tawny, I want you to have an opportunity to respond. We still have to get to Ari. We still have to get to Hawk. And now TD has another question as well. And we lost Tiny Zani. Okay. Tawny, go ahead and I will let you reply. But the next person that speaks will be Ari, then Hawk, then TD.
Okay, Miss Black Historian, let me give you a little bit of background on my background. Not only am I part Black, but I'm also part Cherokee. And I'm also going to tell you, my great grandfather and his brother were runaway slaves from North Carolina. They established a township in Indiana. They also were two of the original 13th Regiment. Do you know what that is? Do you have a clue? I'm asking you.
You better hold your tone down. You better check your tone. I'm sorry. You need to check your tone.
Hey, whoa. It's okay. Let's go ahead. The Black Historian, do you know?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, cool. Real quick, because we have one of my favorite people. One of my absolute favorite people on the panel. I know I just gave out a order, but one of my mods is up here, and one of my favorite people in the whole world, Mutang. Hey, Mutang, how are you?
Don't Shira, I am about to rip my hair out in chunks.
I figured. Mutane, the floor is yours, especially because Tani said something I felt like you might be able to speak to, but your floor is yours.
Yeah, so Tani, what band are you?
Cherokee?
What band?
I believe from the Humpapas.
What clan?
What do you mean, what clan? Be specific.
So you don't know what clans are?
I know what clans are. Do not be.
So then what clan?
And don't say Ku Klux. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say from the YT
That's what it's giving.
Whoa.
I don't understand the clan thing. What are
you just said you know what clans are. If you're indigenous, you have a band and you have a clan. So what is your band and your clan? And what's the clan? What is your clan?
Cherokee.
Cherokee's not a clan. Cherokee is a whole ass nation.
There are several divisions of the Cherokee Nation.
And that's what I'm saying to you. So
what
what's
I am
the
talking
clan? Yeah, so what's the clan? Not the band. You have bands and then clans.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, Tani.
You said the same thing twice. So
Mutang. Maybe you can help her out. Can you give her your information as far as your nation, clan, and band? Just
absolutely,
so she can understand what you're
give
asking.
several of them. So I am Northern Dene. I am Dene Ina. My family is from Iliamna and Nundalton.
Okay, like I said.
Oh, hold on.
She's a liar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tony, go right ahead.
So what I wanted to express to the Black historian.
Wait, because we're not gonna move off that. We still hold on, Black historian. We still have Mutang on the panel, and we're trying to get some straightening, as the Migos would say. We're gonna get a little bit of straightening. So Mutang, can you please ask your question one more time and see if Tony can answer that?
So what is your clan?
Papa.
What is your clan? Not your band. That's your band. So no one claims you.
Is Cherokee.
So are you, like, within your community? Are you connected? Do you actually do anything within your community?
I did before. I no longer do.
So you're disconnected, distantly related Cherokee. Jeep grandmother is the only relationship you have.
Not Jeep.
So quit with, just quit, just stop. And the whole part thing, is it your big toe?
You're being absolutely ridiculous.
No,
And you're being absolutely like nothing but disingenuous, and you're completely uneducated and have no clue about anything you're talking about. And to claim to be indigenous when there's actively a G side against us today still is disgusting.
Keep going, Missy. Keep going.
I you know what? I'll just say this because Tawny, this is what I like to call being cleared, right? And Mutane came up here and gave you an opportunity to clear, and you didn't do that. So I think to Mutane's point is it comes off as being disingenuous in the sense that you can't really speak to specifically how you would be connected to being indigenous. You gave us some surface level information. So the only thing that I would say is without being able to specifically verify, just kind of like everything that we've said, like it's easy to say that I am this or this is happening, but if it's not verifiable, then maybe you should just stop saying it.
Yes, and if you'd like to look my family up, they're the Kuliyahas, if you can figure out how to spell that.
Santana.
Yeah, but hold on one second. I'm sorry, I'm gonna come to you. I know everybody else. I know everybody's chomping at the bit. Mutang, anything else for you, my friend?
Nope, that's it. I just had to do the savage thing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love you so much, Mutang. Have a good one. Okay, so guys, I know we're all over the place. TD, you've been patient, and I know. Listen, I know we're out of order. TD, I'll give you the floor.
Okay, thank you. Because respectfully, I want to be respectful. I want to be very TikTok friendly in here, but she's pissing me off because it's disingenuous.
Let me speak to real quick because apparently she's not only pissing you off, but she's pissing off the chat. She's pissing off the subscribers. And let me just say this, guys. I know we have a bunch of subscribers and they want to use their kicks. I'm sure TD wants to kick Tawny off the panel.
Well, I want to address her.
Well, one second,
real quick.
Just to say this, guys, you cannot use your kick right now. One of the limitations is you can only use your kick if there is an opposition. I'm sorry, if there's another person on the panel. So if there were another Trump supporter on the panel, then yes, we could not. But since there is not, Tawny has immunity, and we will not be kicking Tawny. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, but unfortunately, we cannot do that. TD, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is your live. I want to be very respectful, but you're pissing me off, Tawny. And I'm not. Like I said again, I'm trying not to be mean. I'm trying not to be a bitch to you, but you're making that very difficult because first of all, you're being very passive aggressive and very passive aggressive and very racial undertones to the Black historian, and I'm not appreciating that. That's angering me to no end. Not only are you disrespecting her, but you're disrespecting every Black woman that you come across. So that's number one. So we're gonna stop doing that. I don't care if I'm a mod of that. You will stop doing that in my presence because I'm not gonna sit here and listen to it. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you do it. Number two, for you to sit here and go on about how you're Cherokee and you couldn't even answer the simple question of where your band or your clan is, it's giving disingenuous and it's giving liar. And I highly doubt that you're Black too, because for you to sit there say that you're Black and then make that ignorant ass comment that you've been making since I've been up here, no, the hell you're not. I don't care what you say. No, you're not. There's no way in hell that you're a Black person. If you are a Black person, you're a pick-me-sha. And pick-me-shas are just as bad, if not worse, than the white tea women voting for Trump. Because the pick-me-shas know that Trump is not for them. He'll never be for them. He'll never support them, and he'll actively hurt and hunt them. But yet you're choosing to vote for him. That's like a rat choosing to vote for a cat for president. The cat's going to eat them.
Okay, and like I said earlier to the Black historian,
You know what? You must want it. You must want me
You
to
must
just.
want me to cut
Hold
you the
on,
You are
hold on, hold
girl.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Tani, you're speaking directly to TD at this moment.
You're
I
addressing me. Don't address the black historian. You're addressing me.
ooh
Yeah. Ooh.
my.
You
Okay,
mud.
and like I said,
Hold on, hold on. Listen, because I feel like everybody is getting, whew, right? Hawk, can you feel the pressure rising?
Oh, most definitely, which is why I'm sitting over here just waiting on TD and the Black Historian to
Tony,
cook.
Right,
So,
right.
Tony,
So
you
this
I'm
better,
is
even
this
Tony,
is
you
comfortable at
better
this
come
point.
this is what
respectfully.
I want to remind everybody that around here we keep everything very classy, right? We're very mindful. We're very cutesy, Hawk. We're very what?
Very demure.
Demure.
I'm trying to be
Exactly.
demure.
So
And I'm
everyone,
trying to be very demure.
everyone, please,
Very demure, very mindful.
let's keep it that way. All right, TD, you got it.
I'm trying to be very demure because, like I said, I love being demure and very cutesy. But please don't play with me and please don't play in my face because that's one way to turn me into Saoirse.
no one cares.
Uh,
No one
you,
cares that you're
you,
getting turned into
you,
Saoirse. Whatever the fudge
Tawny,
that
Tawny,
is.
baby, I would keep it very
I'm
cute. I'm
not
just
your
keeping it very
baby.
cute.
I am not your
No,
baby.
Tawny, I'm trying to be very nice to you and I'm trying to have a conversation with you. But if you're going to be a condescending person, then I can't have that adult conversation with you, right? I'm trying to be very nice. I'm trying to be very considerate and very demure in here. But you're really about to piss me off. And when I get pissed off, you're not going to like it. So please be very nice. I'm being very nice to you, even though you're being very mean to me. Okay? Can we do that, please?
When I was talking earlier and I told the black historian that my
Little bitch.
great
Sorry.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute. I had to mute you. I had to mute you.
I thought I was muted. I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. I thought I was
You
muted.
gonna have to
My
mute me in
bad.
a second.
Oh
honey.
my gosh. Okay. Go. Toddy, go ahead, please. Oh, please go
I
ahead.
actually said that my great 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 grandfather and his brother were runaway slaves and they joined the
Tony,
13th
okay, I'm gonna interrupt you.
regiment.
Please stop. Please
Listen,
stop because that's
you
disingenuous as
stop.
fuck, and I'm
You
not listening to
stop.
it no
Okay,
more.
hold
No,
on,
no.
hold on. Let's do this because there's a lot of people who still want to say something. I want to say W's in the chat for Mallory who added $5 to the nightly donation goal, saying very demure, and also W's in the chat for Non who said Tani is a horrible human.
I'm not Michelle, honey. Honey, I saw a comment, Santana, when it was talking about Michelle Obama saying when we go low, we go high. Honey, I'm not Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
You go low, I go straight to hell. I'm going to Satan's throne and I'm sitting on it.
Yeah, no.
This is her. That looks. She's white.
That's her?
princess at most.
That's her.
Yes.
You you liar. Ooh, I'm trying to find it. You liar. That's all I gotta say. You're a liar.
Yeah. W's in the chat for Emery for the $5 for the bottle of aspirin. I will definitely need that. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead,
Yeah,
Chris.
so I want to kind of bring this back to, like, obviously, Tony, my opinion of you's gone down now that I know what you actually look like. So thank you for withholding that information from us. Now, let's go to, data and things that like tell us the whole story, right? So one, I want you to thank you for telling us what, I don't believe your lineage based on what you just said, but thank you, because this is a teaching point. The common rhetoric that people use against Kamala Harris is that she's the descendants of slave owners, but how did that become? Well, Trump should know about this. He did this with E. Jean Carroll, right? What? Oh, yeah, they did things with slaves they weren't supposed to without consent. So we got that knocked out the way. Now, let's go to policies, right, that benefit black people for between Harris and between Trump, and let's see where the shoe fits, right? So we have the opportunity agenda that Kamala Harris actually wants to advocate for, which fixes the problem of the low amount of capital that black people have had historically due to things like redlining and only getting 2% of venture capital funding year over year. Trump, on the other hand, wants to do things that only benefits rich people, like extending the TCJA policy, which is only for, benefits the 1%. He wants to do the things like the birthright citizenship, and I'm really surprised that you're voting for a person that said that he would never hire a black accountant at Trump Enterprises because laziness is a trait of black people. And the last thing that I'm going to say, he has not stopped trying to tokenize the community, because he was a keynote speaker at the BCF Gala on February of 2023 trying to get the black vote, saying that we have something in common. We are felons. So with that being said, right, the actions don't match the words. So since you went this way, what's the policies that Trump wants to do in the future to benefit the black community? I can look at the opportunity agenda and name you 3.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, you're a liar. You're a white tea woman. Thank you. I saw your picture.
She's a caucus of the mountains. She's a fucking liar.
So like,
guys, hold on. I asked her a question.
Hold on. Exactly. Let's let Tani be able to specifically, because I do want to get this back to more actual factual things that we can speak to and quantify.
Yeah, that's why I brought back the policies.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Tani, the floor is yours to reply to Chris. I will send you an invite to request up. Also, guys, if we have any other Trump supporters that would like to join the panel and have this conversation and help support Tani, please go ahead and request up, because we want to balance out the panel more. I know we have a couple of or a lot of Kamala Harris supporters, but we are welcoming 2 Trump supporters that would like to bring some factual information as well. Tani, the floor is yours.
I'm sorry, I walked away. All I heard was,
I'll repeat myself.
No. TD, listen, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm going to have to drop you down, okay? I appreciate you, but I got to drop you down. Chris, can you please repeat yourself?
All right, I'm going to try and make it. Well, I wanted her to hear the first part, right? Because it fed into the election rhetoric. So I don't want to say that I want to thank you for telling us your lineage, because I'm not really sure who you are at this point. But I wanted to make a point now, right? This defeats the rhetoric that the right uses, saying that Kamala Harris was a descendant of a slave owner. Well, you realize why that's a thing, right? Because Trump should know about this, because he did what slave owners did to black people, just like Donald Trump did with E. Jean Carroll, did some things without dissent, and that's where you get a lot of the mixing at. Now, going back, right, now we can talk about actions speak louder than words, right? There's a lot more pro-black people policies under Kamala Harris through things like the opportunity agenda, and I don't see anything with Trump. In fact, I see things that harm the black community with Trump, like extending the TCJA, which only benefits the rich population. They had things with the birthright citizenship. So actions speak louder than words. What policies will Trump enact in the future, right, that will benefit the black community specifically? And keep in mind, you're on the hot seat because this is the same man that continues to be racist towards black people all the way up to the BCF Gala of February of this year.
my goodness. It seems to me that you're not looking at any of his policies
I am.
Okay, what about creating jobs?
Where in his policy? Let's talk about it, right? I'm on his website right now. Where and how does it say that he will create jobs? How, right? The how. Anybody can say. For example, President Trump said his first term that he was going to build a wall with no plan, by the way, and make Mexico pay for it. You see how that fell through rather fast. Now, I can tell you how keyword how, Kamala is going to create jobs because she has an 82-page economic plan that tells us how. Now, how is Trump going to do this?
I love how you interrupt me every time I am trying to speak. And I'm going to also say something. I want to address those people that don't want to accept what my lineage is. Tell me.
It's pronounced lineage, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, you're okay. Lineage. If you think that I am completely a white woman, you are wrong.
Santana, I'm trying to.
Yeah,
White.
listen. I promise you, we're trying to get off the race issue. I didn't even want to get into the race issue with Kamala Harris. I mean, you tried tokenizing yourself. I promise you, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have this conversation. Can we please just move off of quote unquote race and get back to what Chris was saying? Because Chris is specifically asking questions when it comes to policy. Guys, it's 546 of us in here. We're only at 160,000 likes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to sub only until we can get it up to 200,000 likes. Tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good things. I know that we still have the Witchy Kitties, which is our daily donation goal. So if you want to support, please send the Witchy Kitties. Also, gift the panel. We still have, as far as the overall daily donation goal, we still have $137 left in the daily donation goal. So if you want to support, please consider doing so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to actually help support the live. If you want to, continue to actually do so, everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Now, with that level setting, and we know where all of our goals are and everything that we're doing and all this other good stuff, Tawny, can we speak to policy, which Chris directly took you to?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I'm just going to repeat my question just one more time. So just so that way, we're back on. Okay. So out of Trump's 20 sentences that is on his website, can you tell me where, so you said he's going to create jobs, right, for the black community. Awesome. What policy outlines that?
All of his policies, and I will start from the beginning. If we start to release American energy, okay? Release American energy. We support fracking. We support drilling. We support in entrepreneurship in this country where it's not overregulated, where people can actually start businesses without all of the ridiculous federal regulations. And I'm sorry, host, but you're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the cowboy hats. They make me giggle.
Okay, that's fun.
It is. Go ahead.
But once you release American energy, everything becomes less expensive. Everything becomes more affordable. And if you look at what the farmers need, because I live in Iowa, and I did not say this earlier, but I'm from Southern California.
You did, but it's okay. Keep going.
Okay, so what we need is American energy that is going to take care of what we need in order to have no problems with.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you was going to tax on tips. Go ahead. I apologize.
Okay, I was going to say, we're going to be able to make everything more productive if you've got a release of energy. You need more energy in order to make this country move. Everything is about energy. Shipping.
Okay. All right. Let's do this because
I was gonna respond to that.
Well, hold on one second.
Okay,
Listen, we got a couple of people in the box requesting up. If you are not supporting Trump, please go ahead and drop down for now. If you are not a Trump supporter, please drop now. I want to see if we can get one other Trump supporter on the panel. So if you are requesting up and you are not a Trump supporter, please go ahead and drop down. And if I bring you in and you're not a Trump supporter, we're going to go ahead and just drop you for now. So let's do this.
I just wanted to say,
Santana, if you get more than one, you can drop me in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, I do know what the 13th Infantry is. I wanted her to tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the original Buffalo Soldiers.
Oh, yeah, the Buffalo Soldiers.
They were
hold on one
the
second.
original Buffalo Soldiers.
Hold on. Okay, both of you. Kenya, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
No, but I did a request and I did not know how to get myself out because it just says sub only.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a
How to
Harris
partner?
supporter. I did want to get up and talk, but I know you want Trump supporters up there. So.
Just for now, no worries. You can request back up soon, and we'll get you back in. Okay.
Yes, I hope you do because I would love to speak to her.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, I know you want to respond. How
man, you can toss to somebody else. It's okay.
Let me. Look at the elephant here.
It's the
Let me
fact
turn the
that
comments back on.
Santana, she didn't answer Chris' question.
Yeah, she did not.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to unravel the whole energy independence thing, but you guys can toss it.
Yeah, let's Tanzania. Is that how? I'm sorry. Say your name one more time for me, please, my friend. I'm gonna send you a request to come off mute because you haven't had a chance to say anything.
Tanzania.
Tanzania. Is that correct?
Spit. Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Yes, well,
Okay.
I'm indigenous, so
Okay.
that is my clan. I am indigenous. I know my clan. Let me say my clan to you really quick.
Please.
She got me so upset.
Oh, it's
I'm
okay.
indigenous. I know my clan. When we are indigenous, we identify ourselves through clan, and it shows our lineage to our ancestors. That's what a clan is. And only that, I just came on briefly to say, Trump wants to come in Indian Nation and dig up oil, dig up our ground. He doesn't go to anybody. He comes to the res and does this and hurt our people with this dirty, nasty crap. That's not good. That's not good. You remember Standing Rock? They were going to go drill oil off the Whitey's land, but they said no. So they went through Indigenous Nation, Sioux Tribe, Cheyenne Nation. If they're going to drill for energy, oil, uranium, they come onto the res and do this. And this is Trump's plan. But now, let me make a quick statement. I am so happy that Tim Walz came to the Navajo Nation and spoke to our tribe. I'm so happy that 80% of indigenous leaders have voted for Kamala Harris. This is our indigenous voice. I just need to say that. Like the other girl said, it just brought the savage out in me.
I know that's right. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate
and
it.
One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
How dare anybody talks about immigration? How dare you?
That's what listen. Tell them. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm always on this kick. Tell them.
Who came to our land illegally? Didn't ask nobody. Just set their huts up and just wipe through our country. And didn't ask us. Nobody asked us. Nobody asked my ancestors.
Wait. So are you saying they didn't come here legally?
They came here. How do you say the word? Illegally. They didn't come here legally.
Were they illegal immigrants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Turtle Nation was Canada and Mexico. We didn't put a line there. We did not put no line there. All you whiteys are on stolen land. Broke treaties, signed 500 treaties. Every treaty was broken, and treaties are the supreme law of the land. That's all I have to say.
I will agree with you 100%. However, we are in a different nation now.
No, we're not.
Yeah, oh, yes, we
No,
are.
we're not. You're still here in my country.
And
Don't
I'm in
complain.
my country as well.
No, you're from Europe or wherever you're from.
Oh, you think that I am
know. I
just
don't
from
think,
Europe?
I know. My grandfather, my ancestors, we have been here forever on this land. Did you ask us if you can come here?
Unfortunately, I have family that were from this nation. I have family that were shipped in from this nation. Excuse me.
Ma'am, we didn't ask. We don't care.
I have family that were imported into this nation.
Imported?
Imported? You mean slave traded?
Are you all right?
That's what I've told you.
We not imported. We were stolen.
I
We were stolen.
have never heard of that one.
We were
Imported is
trafficked.
crazy. That's literally
Can we change
dehumanizing
this- can we
to
change this
people who are
conversation?
slaves. Are you cool?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were
yeah.
taught.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Santana,
hold
I
on.
guess I'll be going out. I just wanted to make that brief statement.
Thank you
And
so much for
may
coming
I
up.
leave? May I leave speaking my language so
Please.
she knows that this is real
Yes.
indigenous. This
Yes.
is pure blood. And I come from leaders that serve in the Navajo Nation, in the Navajo Code Talkers. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was
Hosted.
beautiful.
For your relatives that was code talkers, simplify from me.
Oh.
Wait, well, okay, hold on one second, because I know Javon wants to talk. I know Ari wants to talk. Hawk, let me let you go first, my brother, because I feel like you will help level set. So let's give you the floor.
Well, I wanted to take it all the way back, if I can remember back that far. You know, I'm getting old.
Way back in the day.
When she was talking about how Trump's administration was responsible and the Biden administration had no responsibility. She was talking about leadership in that conversation. If you understand leadership, true leaders will take responsibility whether they did the thing or not, right? So to that extent, I'm sure the Biden-Harris administration will take some responsibility for some of the stuff that has gone on. However, let's start with the fact that after the 2020 election, for the first time in the history of this country, there was no official transfer, right? The outgoing administration is supposed to debrief the incoming administration so they don't know what to do. That did not happen, right? So to the extent that the Biden and them took longer than it was necessary to get certain things done and everything else or whatever, that wasn't their fault. That was the previous administration's fault because they did not do a proper transfer, a proper turnover like they were supposed to, right? Then you can look at all of the things that was done negatively in the previous administration that they have corrected in the last almost 4 years. So no, I would not put any blame on the Biden-Harris administration, and I would put all the blame on the pitfalls of the previous administration and either the things they did wrong or the things that they failed to do.
Good point. Good point. Tani, would you like
Now,
to respond to that?
Well, you've had 4 years. 4 years to correct anything that the previous administration supposedly has done incorrectly. And unfortunately, this administration has done nothing to help the American people. Correct.
I would wholeheartedly disagree. So
that's okay.
I will, and thank you for letting me do that. So where you're wrong is one, you're blaming what you're going to call the economy, which it is not. You're blaming what you're going to call the economy on this administration. The economy is one of the best economies in the world right now. Our inflation level is almost the best that it's been in at least 30 or 40 years or whatever. Inflation is like at 2.4%. The economy is fine. What you're referring to is corporate greed, basically capitalism. You know, all that unregulated stuff that we were talking about a little while ago, that's what's causing all of these prices to be what they are. And somebody mentioned this earlier. Some of these corporations like Kroger and a couple of other ones or whatever have actually admitted to the fact that they're price gouging. Now, to the extent that the Biden administration could do anything about that, the Democratic caucus has actually put bills forward to limit price gouging in Congress, and the Republicans shot them down. So there's only so much the president can do. That's up to Congress. And the Republicans in Congress won't pass a bill to prevent this price gouging. So if you have a problem with the price of your eggs or your gas or whatever else, blame that on your congressmen and senators because they keep voting it down. The economy itself is fine.
Really? You're okay with the
Yes, really.
You're okay
Again,
with
you're
paying
confusing.
$5 for a
Again, ma'am. I'm going to be like Chris now. I don't want you to misquote me. Understand, I'm talking about the actual economy. You're talking about how it feels in your pocketbook. I get that, but that's not because of the economy. That's because of big corporations who have been making record profits since 2020, keep raising the prices on stuff, and that's affecting you. The economy isn't doing that. Inflation is doing that. Those things are fine. By any economic standard, our economy and our inflation are fine.
Can I ask?
So if you don't like the prices, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, everyone else, please stay on mute. Hawk, go ahead and finish your point, please.
I'm just saying. So again, if you understand the difference between the actual economy and the stuff that you're talking about, I don't disagree with you that prices in a lot of places are higher than they should be. Hell, look at the actual inflation in the state of Florida. Florida has the highest inflation in the entire nation. Wonder why that is, right? But our national inflation is at 2.4%, which is fine. So if you have a problem with the prices that you're paying at the counter, again, talk to your congressmen and senators and ask them to go after corporations and make them stop price gouging us, because that's the problem.
All right, Tani, would you like to reply to Hawk?
My goodness, why do I have to be the only person?
Well, and that's what. Listen, hold on. Let's do this because that's a fair statement, and I'm trying to let's just verify because again, I was saying that I'm looking for Trump supporters, and we have 3 new people on the box. And just the FYI, I'm sorry if you're not a Trump supporter, we're gonna have to drop you down for now, just because we definitely want to actually balance this out a little bit and give Tani a little bit of support. Nika, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election? Okay, we're gonna drop you down for now, my friend. Thank you. Manny, are you voting for Trump? Mani, I'm sorry, Mani.
You fine. I think we were on live together, or maybe I'm confusing you with someone else.
Maybe.
I think, I'm not voting for Trump, but can I make a statement really fast?
Sure, go right ahead.
Please don't drop me.
Okay.
Tani, shame on you. Shame on you. You are a racist, Trump supporting, hateful woman. Shame on you. Don't you dare try to claim to have any ounce of anything in you. You're racist. You have nothing in you. You stand for nothing.
Okay.
Thank you,
Mani, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up, and please feel free to come back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just say this, guys. Seriously, and Tani has been up here on the panel having these conversations with us. If you are Havana 56, request up, get in the box, come up here because Tani is up here by herself. If you have such strong opinions and you want to share your opinions in the chat, come up and share your opinions on the panel. You have that option. Tani has stood up here, whether we like it or not, and had these conversations with us, whether we agree with what Tani is saying or not. Tani has engaged in these conversations. So for the other Trump supporters that are hiding in the chat, don't be scared. Don't be scared. The Black Historian, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to go back because I'm looking. there was a 13th Infantry of colored soldiers, is what they were called. But I don't see them as a Buffalo soldiers. I see the 9th and 10th Infantry, 24th and 25th, but I don't see a 13th Infantry for the Buffalo Soldiers.
I don't believe they were Black historian. I
I didn't think
believe
they
that the
were.
13th Regiment, I believe they were absorbed into the 154th, which I think everybody knows what the 154th is
Right.
because of that movie, right? They were absorbed into the 154th. I don't believe that they were part of the Buffalo Soldiers. They were Black soldiers, but that doesn't make them automatically Buffalo Soldiers.
Are you talking about that movie Glory?
With Denzel Washington.
Dude, I need to watch that one again. That was fire.
So I'm like, you don't know what the 13th Infantry is. Tawny.
I'm listening, and I am telling you that I know my history, and
No, you
I
don't.
know what you are trying to defame what I am trying to tell you,
I'm telling you
and that is wrong. 13th Regiment. 13th Regiment was Buffalo Soldiers, and my great 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 grandfather and his brother were two of the original Buffalo Soldiers. And the reason why they called them Buffalo Soldiers, if you
Lady,
didn't
I'm
know,
sorry. I don't need a history lesson from you. Can't nobody
Apparently you do.
white tea tell me about my history.
apparently you
Hold
do.
on,
No,
hold on,
apparently.
hold on,
History.
hold on. So, quick Googles, right? Because Googles is awesome. I got this from Ari. Ari always has information and facts on deck, so I'm trying to be more like Ari when I grow up. Pretty simple. The 13th Cavalry Regiment is not a Buffalo Soldier regiment. But here are some related information about the Buffalo Soldiers and the 13th Cavalry Regiment, and it goes on to break down like the different regiments and when they served and blah blah blah. But you can all find all of this information on the National Museum of the United States Army. So yeah, I mean just a quick Google search says that's the 13th Regiment is not. So that's
I'm on
that's not right.
I'm on the Library of Congress, Buffalo Soldiers National Museum, and they're not there.
Yeah,
I'm in there too. And the units that made up the Buffalo Soldiers was the 9th Cavalry Regiment, the 10th Cavalry Regiment, the 24th Infantry Regiment, the 25th Infantry Regiment, and the 38th Infantry Regiment.
Exactly.
That was the Buffalo Soldiers. Now, again, the 13th Regiment was a black unit that was eventually absorbed into the 154th, which was the senior unit, right? But they weren't Buffalo Soldiers.
Right.
There's a difference. Just because they were all black don't mean they were all Buffalo Soldiers. There is a difference. And my background is history and the military.
Howdy, partner.
Thank you, thank you, Ari.
So you're saying I'm lying?
No.
Yes!
Hold on.
You're
We're exactly, Hawk. That's what we're saying. We're not saying you're lying. We're saying that you're misinformed on that. You are accurate that the 13th Regiment was a black platoon, but it was not. They were not Buffalo Soldiers. So that's what we're saying. We're not saying you're lying, my friend.
Do you know what Buffalo Soldiers? Why they referred to them as Buffalo Soldiers?
Yeah, it says here the soldiers earned the nickname Buffalo Soldiers from the Native American tribes who armed their fighting spirit and resilience.
The Buffalo Soldiers was because they were referred because of their hair.
No, I just read to you why they were.
And that is one of your
That's not
funny little
racist.
Google.
That's not racist.
Is she okay?
Who cares about
She was referring to our hair as animal life.
Oh my goodness!
Hold on.
Dealt with hair problems my entire life.
There are different reasons why they were referred to as Buffalo Soldiers.
Yeah.
One of them from the Comanche is what she just said, but that's one of many different reasons that they were called Buffalo Soldiers. It wasn't just that. And again, it's academic to the point because the regiment that you mentioned was not a part of the Buffalo Soldiers.
Correct. And
so let's move on, please.
Exactly. Guys, we have people requesting up, and Again, if you are not a Trump supporter, please remove your request for now. I promise you we will get to more Harris supporters in a moment. But if you are not a Trump supporter, please, please, please drop for now, because we are looking to add some additional support for Tani. So I'm going to bring you in. And if you are not a Trump supporter, I am going to drop you. So please, please, please remove your request for now if you are not a Trump supporter.
Can I play a video while we want to play a video for Tawny?
Yeah, hold on real quick. Phoenix, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Hey, to be honest, my fault. I didn't mean to request up. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. Guys, just an FYI as well, we still have $137 left in our daily donation goal. We have like 500 people watching, so if 137 people send $1, we can clear out this daily donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. It allows us to continue to have these lives. If you're enjoying the entertainment, the education, the information, please consider donating. It's the best way to actually support that. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. We are looking for any other Trump supporters that would like to tag in with Tani. But in the meantime, Javon, you have something you wanted to play for Tani.
Yes, I do. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Donald Trump looks like, with no guardrails, America's ready to turn the page.
Trump criticizing Harris for taking a day off the campaign trail using a racist stereotype.
She's lazy as hell, and she's got that reputation.
And later questioning her mental state.
Does she drink? Is she on drugs? I don't know.
That's who you're going to go vote for in almost a week from now. Someone who throws out racial microaggressions against somebody. But I'm just wanting to ask Tawny, because I'm not sure I didn't hear you. What about Trump specifically? Why are you voting for him? What are you supporting? What policy?
Tawny,
I just sent you a request to unmute.
Okay.
Can you give your reasonings to Javon about why you're supporting Trump in this election?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love every policy that Donald Trump has implemented in his policies.
you name one?
Everything. Gas, energy. When
That's not a policy. You just said two words.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's let Tani try to explain her stance. Tani, I apologize. Go ahead.
I feel like I am being browbeaten.
Well, and that's why I'm sitting here trying to make sure that you have an opportunity to speak. And I am also requesting that if there's any other MAGA supporters that want to come in and help support Tani, please do so, because I don't want it to be a situation where, it's you versus everybody or whatever. And we do want to hear your voice. So, Tani, I want to give you a chance to speak. I do want other people to join the conversation. But please go ahead.
Do you have any friends?
Like I said. Pardon me?
Do you have any friends you can share the live to that will join you?
Yeah, Tani, you could always share the live out to anyone that might want to join the conversation as well. But yeah.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. But I am saying that when we had Donald Trump in office, we had a more secure border. We had economic prosperity. We had low gas prices. We had low, we had affordability in the grocery store. We had affordability to buy homes. We had all of those things that we don't have right now. My kids, my daughter is trying to buy a home, hasn't been able to do so because the inflation price has gone through the roof. It's at 7% for housing prices. We are at we're at a precipice right now for this American economy, for our American standards, have been absolutely decimated.
Okay. Okay.
Is she
Perfect.
done? Are
Perfect.
you
One
done?
sec. Hold. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Aman? Aman, is that how you say your name? Aman? Okay. Aman,
السلام عليكم.
okay. I'm sorry. We're
الله
just looking
يبارك
for
فيك.
people to join the conversation for now. I appreciate you. Thank you. Javon, go ahead.
Okay. Could I get the bigger box, Santana, just really quickly?
I can, but it's not gonna look right. It's gonna mess it up.
Okay. Because I don't have another device, but all I did, like, because I asked her what policy. You said energy, power, or gas. You didn't bring up like a policy, so I'm going to assume you're talking about like non-renewable, renewable resources, like him backing the Dakota XL pipeline, etc. You know how damaging that is to indigenous people's lands when digging or crafting up oil from out of there. Um, Also, you're saying also, right? I don't think you understand how trickle down economics work. The reason why the economy was good when he first came in. So let me explain this real quickly. Obama was in office for 8 years. He was elected November of 2008 and left office 2017. He ran his presidency lasted from 2008 until 2016. You cannot just do away with 8 years of a administration. Trump was only in office from 2016 until 2020. Okay, so it wasn't a lot of impact that he was able to do. But unfortunately, the impact was so negative and grand that we're in the shithole that we're in right now. So what I'm trying to understand is that why Republicans keep coming up here saying that it was so much cheaper. It was cheaper because of Obama. The same thing that you talked about, fracking, is what Obama greenlit, which is what took us out of two different recessions. So that's why you didn't see things progress until after Obama left, because a lot of times when you instill or you approve legislation, a lot of times you don't see the fruits of your labor until after your administration ended or it ends. That's not how economy works. The reason why you was paying low in gas, low in groceries, everything, etc., was because of Barack Hussein Obama. Number three, I need for you to understand something, and I just want to address this really briefly and not gonna get back into it. The fact that a lot of you see 2 or 3% African in your DNA and you run and you try to tell people that you're black does not make any sense to me whatsoever. You don't understand the plight of black people. You have not lived the black experience. You don't walk or talk the black experience. You don't understand how we live as black people on this panel and in real life. So what I need for individuals to stop doing is weaponizing their quote unquote Africanness, their lineage that they have no roots or trace back to. Like when you brought up that your great 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 grandfather, and then you referred to slaves as imports. Black people was considered the first capital. That's how the beginning of capitalism even began. Was selling people. It was legal to sell and own black people across the United States. That's weird. So as somebody, and they're saying in the comment section that you already voted, which is troublesome. But hey, we're here because we're in the stages of early voting. I need for you to understand something, Tony. You don't understand what it is that you're talking about, and then like you didn't answer my question, and then you didn't even answer Chris' question when he also asked you about a particular policy. All you have to do if you don't know a policy is go to Google and you type in Donald Trump's policies. The first thing that pops up is issues from his website, and then on there it lists every last one of the policies and or issues that he wants to address coming back into office. But my question, and I'm gonna land my plane, is: do you support him saying that he wants to end VA benefits, something that mirrors Project 2025?
Tony.
Trump has repeatedly said that he has nothing to do with 2025.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
I don't care about that. Answer my question.
Javon, ask the question one more time.
So I'm gonna repeat myself, and then that's the last time. Do you support him saying that he would like to take away veterans benefits, something that mirrors Project 2025? Do you support him saying that he would like to take away veterans benefits, something that mirrors Project 2025? Do you understand?
You say mirrors
Mirrors.
2020.
Do you know when you mirror something? What are you doing when you're mirroring something, ma'am? What do you do? What do you do when you mirror something?
You are incorrect.
Cool. Answer my question, yes or no. Do you support that?
I don't support.
Great. You don't have to talk to me no more. I'm done.
All right, let's do this because again, let's just verify because we are looking for more Trump supporters, and we have 2 new people on the panel, and I want to verify.
Infectious is a cool friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm invited by a mod. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's hold on that for just a moment. LL21, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Oh, sorry, I'm not. Oh no, it's okay. I'll drop down. I'm not supporting Trump.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
He's
I
an ass
appreciate
hat, but anyway.
That's a hat on a hat. Thank you. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Tammy, which Tammy, I appreciate you so much for the $8.88, but I promise you this stuff, like, thank you so much for the $8.88, but yeah, like it
Are they messing with you again?
I don't know. I don't think she was. I think that, you know, she was just like
I'll send you your 12 cents.
So she said, please ask Tani if she has so little confidence in Madam VP, and then in parentheses put intelligent and articulate leading because she has no confidence in herself, and then in parentheses calls herself inarticulate, which leads me to believe she has low self-esteem. Thank you and keep up the great work. So Tani, are you saying the question is, are you more so worried that Kamala Harris can't be a leader because you don't see those type of qualities in yourself?
Oh, that is rude.
Well, it was just a question.
I love that. That is hilarious. Do I have confidence in myself? Absolutely. I go to work every day. I go to work and I make money just so I can support my household. And the hilarious part about that is that I don't think that VP Harris has any confidence in herself, and that is why she is losing this race.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm a racist. That's hilarious.
Yep, we're not gonna do that one. Ari.
All right.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you for the $1.12 to clear out the whole. And we're at $1. We're at 123 now. So that means we.
That's
only
called
have,
being clutch right there.
It is. Listen, Ari, I appreciate you so much because you do it all the time. Like I swear to God, I appreciate every single. Anything that you guys send to the donation, which, you know, that Santana Speaks 24, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that good.
Did somebody mess with us again?
No, somebody was trying to fix it. Somebody was
I
trying to
literally
fix
said
it.
I got it.
Yeah, somebody was trying to fix it. Somebody was trying to fix it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Don't you find it interesting?
No, just hold on, because I promise you I can't do this right now. Cool,
second,
bro. Thank you for the $1.22.
No one else.
Thank you to Megan for the $2 for a donation, and you said we're halfway there. Now we're way off.
Nobody said anything. I'm gonna fix this because it bothers me too.
Thank you to Alex for the $5, saying that asking if Toddy is drunk.
I don't
wait, don't send it, Ari.
Okay.
Thank you to Valerie for the $1.78 to correct this. Uh, okay, okay. We're good. We're good.
Are we back on the zeros now? We're good.
Oh
We're
my
back on the
god.
zeros.
Oh my god. That hurts my brain every single time. I promise you. Like, Black Historian, you have been here with me enough to know. Like this shuts down all of my functioning. Like you guys think I'm joking, but I really can't. I really can't do it. Okay. Okay. We $117 left on the daily donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the bio. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody. I don't even know what we were talking about now. Swear to God, seriously, I don't even know where we are.
I was gonna take us back to the home thing because she's brought that up about 3 or 4 times now, and that's what I've been waiting to speak on for a minute. So, Tanya, a little thing about me is I actually used to work for a bank, and I used to do mortgage loans and HELOCs and HEALs applications. I did not actually. I was NMLS certified, and I currently work in the construction field on the finance side. I normally don't even give my background because I don't find it relevant. However, in this case, it's entirely relevant. So there are multiple things that affect mortgage rates. Okay, so I'll just go through a couple of things for you. Inflation, the cost of borrowing, bonds and yields. It's also personal factors. So you've got your what you can put down for a down payment, your income, assets, debts, credit history, and it also, so obviously you probably own your own home, and that's great. So when you go and you apply for anything at a bank, any kind of loan, when they pull your credit, they get your credit score, but they also give you a risk factor on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest rating, 1 being the lowest. If you have a 1 or a 2, you're more than likely not going to get. It's distracted by Santana glitching in and out. Somebody messed with us again?
Yeah, no. Somebody sent 1 cent. 1 cent on Venmo. Somebody sent 1 cent on Venmo. Somebody just sent $3.49 saying, "I'm from Norway. I love that you let people speak in."
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, no, and like, thank you to everyone. So, and also massive W's in the chat for Jen, who sent $117. Say, I appreciate you. And Ginger sent $5 saying, for your emotional labor. Deborah sent $5, said, vote blue if you want someone new. Yeah, so like, for the person Chance that sent, Valerie sent $1.50. I don't know what's going on. Okay, thank you guys. We've definitely hit the daily donation. Thank you. Ari, please finish. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, if you're graded on your risk scale is 1 to 5. If you are a 5, you are at the top. If you are a 1, you're likely not going to get approved, or you're going to have the extreme side of the interest rates. Right now, interest rates are fluctuating from as low as 6% up to 8%. So if you're 1 or 2, you're going to get an 8. If you're a 3, you're more than likely going to land somewhere in the middle. And if you're a 4 or 5, you're going to get the best interest rate that the bank can offer you. Now, the Federal Reserve does affect the interest rate as well. However, not as much as many people think. The reason why, because you kept saying the interest rates were great under Trump. The interest rates right now are about the same as they were prior to 2020. So in 2017 to 2019, they were a little bit lower, at the low end being 5%, but the high end being 7%. So they were still at the same level we're at now, between 6 and 8, just 1 percentage point off. You cannot include COVID because that was an extreme. Sorry, can't include C-19 because that was an extreme circumstance, right? But you keep going back to 4 years ago, which we were in the middle of a pandemic, where the Fed lowered the interest rate to try to spur market growth, where the lowest interest rate that we saw was about 2.5% on a home mortgage for a 30-year loan. You're also voting for someone who, this is what his whole spiel is in Agenda 47. about housing affordability, right? To help new home buyers, Republicans will reduce mortgage rates by slashing inflation, open limited portions of federal lands to allow for new home construction, promote home ownership through tax incentives, and support first-time home buyers and cut unnecessary regulations that raise housing costs. So there's multiple problems with this. He doesn't. How are we slashing inflation? Inflation's at an all-time low. If we go any lower, if we fall past 1.5%, we're in a recession. How prices do not roll back. If they do, it's very rare. There's very specific circumstances that they roll back in. But if they go back, we're in a recession, and that's not a good thing because the economy's not moving at that point. How is he going to actually spur on people building more homes? Again, I work in the construction industry. The problem is there are so many large companies that everybody knows, like D.R. Horton, Meritage, MI Homes, etc., that are building all the homes, and they're selling it for twice as much as what they paid for the materials and labor on. The only candidate that I know that actually has a plan to help your daughter purchase a home would be Kamala Harris, where she wants to try to pass and make it a federal tax deduction for $25,000, and it's a grant, right? Many states already have grants like that are available to home buyers, and the only people that know about it are the people that have applied for it and their mortgage loan officer. Those are the only two people that know, right? So the fear mongering of this point isn't realistic either. So why are you voting for someone that doesn't even have a clear-cut plan, whereas I can find the plan for Kamala Harris directly on her website, very detailed, and then an 82-page PDF file.
So I don't want to interrupt Ari, because Ari, you just gave her a lot of good points that I'm sad to say she was not listening to you. Yeah. So I just was coming up here to say, hey.
I was about to say, who is this dude that just jumped in and interrupted Ari? I was so confused because I was looking down. I didn't know if that was Chris or Hawk or who that was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, E.
My voice has gotten a lot better. Thank you very much. Okay, it's a lot better.
You sound
fantastic. I'm sorry. What?
You sound fantastic. Ignore him.
Thank you, Ari. No, I was gonna come do a mod, but I know what you're about to do, so I'm gonna go bye and hope to see you all tonight. That's it. I was
better
gonna do
ever
a mod. Thank you, J-Bob.
Hey, Santana.
Yep.
I seen you added me back. None of the cult was willing to come defend her foolish
no.
antics.
You're good.
So, okay.
Let me just read this off real quick. $2.01. Like I don't like I appreciate you so much. Listen. I swear I love you guys to the moon and back. I do. I am gonna be completely transparent. I've been like functioning at about 50% for the last 20 minutes because of the change, and I'm not even joking. I am dead ass serious. In Norway, blue is right and red is left, so I apologize if I get the colors mixed up. You're good, my Norwegian friend. I appreciate you and watching and everything. Money.
She doesn't even want to talk about herself. Hello, I'm sorry the way I came up here
You're
earlier.
good. You're good, my friend. You are good. Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
I want to say that hello to everyone on the panel. Tony, I wasn't really paying attention besides the ignorance you was spewing. Why exactly did you say you're voting for Donald Trump?
I can summarize it. She likes everything about Trump. The policies,
No, hold on. Because what does he have besides concepts of a plan? What is his actual policy?
A drill, baby, drill. And
no, I want Tony to answer.
And energy. Yeah. Tony, the floor is yours. Guys, we're at 271,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get to 300,000. Tap, tap, tap. Tony, the floor is yours.
I'm curious if you can repeat back anything that I said to her.
You said what?
Not you, Manny.
No.
Or Monty.
Tony, are you there?
Tony, my bad.
Tony, I'm sending you a request to come off mute.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Tony hasn't been listening.
I'm listening right now, but I'm watching Representative Byron Donald, who is
Is he
a
tap dancing?
Donaldson.
Pardon me?
Is he tap
Donaldson?
dancing right now?
And it's
That is rude.
No, I'm
How
asking a
dare you?
legitimate
Honey,
question.
hold on. Now let me, because I'm not asking about nobody else. I'm asking about what of his policies do you like? I'm not
All
asking
of
about
them.
anybody else. Don't try to
All
use
of
any
them.
other. No, hold on. Let me talk. Don't try to use no actual black people to try to back your racism.
Oh, I'm racist now.
You are.
Okay.
I've been told you that.
You've been racist.
You've been
You've been
Oh
racist.
my
racist.
goodness.
Guys, can we
If
get
I
back to the
And
don't,
policy?
so what
they've
you're
been
saying is
No, Tanya, let me speak. Can
if
she
I
go on
don't
mute?
believe the way you
Can
believe,
she please go
Okay,
on
makes
hold
mute?
me
on.
racist.
Okay, let's do this. Everyone mute for a second. I agree with what Chris just said. But we will let you, Monty, ask your question one more time. But to Chris's point, Chris, can you say what you said again, please?
Oh, I'm like, can we stick to policy where, So, guys, listen, just a little bit of, in case, Tony, you don't know. So, due to our, how the government works, the tangible results that we talk about can only be a byproduct of one of two things: bills and executive orders. So, if you can't link a bill or executive order, right, to a policy that the president passed, then the president was not responsible for that outcome.
Perfect. Okay. And with that being said, howdy, partner. Monty, can you please ask Tani your question, and let's have her relate it back to actual policy, because she did say that she likes Trump policy. And drop some motherfucking coconuts in the chat for Jessica Simone, who just resubscribed.
Okay, well, I won't even talk about the concepts of a plan. Please keep actual black people out of it. What policies did he implement while he was president that you like so much that you want to reelect him as president?
Tani, I'm sending you a request to unmute.
Go to DonaldTrump.com.
Tani, did you hear Monty's question?
I did, and I said, how about the First Step Act?
Do you want to tell us more about why you like the First Step Act?
Because it gives the possibility for black people to come out.
She just told you not to put our names in your like.
You don't respect our boundaries.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Let me say one thing real quick.
Howdy, partner.
The First Step Act was not targeted towards black people.
It was
specifically.
not.
Yes, it was.
So hold on. Let me
Tony.
guys, hold on. Let me expound, please, before this gets out of control. So this goes back to the correlation causation fallacy. Just because a large population of black people take up the federal prison system does not mean that that bill was targeted specifically for black people, nor Trump ever said that when it first came out. He decided to start saying that when he started running for president again. So nowhere in that bill, in fact, if you go to the very first page of that bill, it says all federal prisoners. It does not say all black federal prisoners. So please stop saying that he targeted black people directly. It was for all federal prisoners. That could be anybody.
May I speak really quick? Tony,
Besides the fact that one,
Okay.
that's all right. Go
Bring
ahead.
it, kids. Bring it.
Who you calling kid?
Okay.
Bring it.
Okay.
See, there you-
Okay.
you being condescending.
Hold on.
It's okay. Hold on.
Let me do this. Tammy, thank you so much, Tammy. Listen, you are perfectly fine. Tammy said, hi, I just wanted to follow up. Thank you for asking my question. I apologize if there was any misunderstanding on my intent. There was not, my friend. I appreciate you so much. The $8.88 simply stems from 8 being the number of new beginnings. The MVP being the president isn't new beginnings where we need. I don't know what is. Sorry, I threw off your numbers. The question was also genuine and meant to be in good faith. I respect the discussion and thanks for asking the question. Listen, you are perfectly fine. You do not have to apologize, my friend. I know it was unintentional. Also, 8 and 24 are my favorite numbers, so we are good. I hope that brought the tone down just a little bit. Guys, we're so close to 300,000 likes. Keep tapping. Hawk, the floor is yours.
Look, all I wanted, first of all, she needs to make sure that, because I have not disrespected anybody on this panel.
You have not.
And she's not going to disrespect me by calling me a kid.
We will not.
So that has got to go. Cut out the condescending stuff and just make your points. Chris asked a question and made a point. Could you please respond to Chris without the condescension?
Oh, no. I didn't even ask her a question. I was just clarifying the fact that she said that the First Step Act was meant for only black people. Nowhere in the bill does it say that. It says all federal prisoners, plus the different qualifications for, I'm going to mess this word up, recidivism. Oh, I got it. Let's go. All right. Yeah. So nowhere in that bill does it say that it was targeted towards black people directly. So don't ever say that again.
It's also important to note that this was actually...
And on top of that,
I think Hawk has a delay.
No, go ahead, Ari, finish.
Hawk has a delay.
No, go ahead.
So it's an Obama-era policy. It's an Obama-era policy that Congress just did not want him to be able to take credit for. So they put a halt on it until after Trump was sworn in. So it wasn't even his policy. It's nothing he ever campaigned on. Nothing about that. And I guess...
Obama, man, he gave Trump a good border, good economy, good reform system. Is there anything that this man can't do? Obama, love you. So.
And Obama was out there hitting that Eminem, talking about knees weak, palms are sweaty. There's vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready. Like, yeah, thank you, Obama. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so MAGA is officially over, but we're taking over.
Policies.
We're taking over.
We're on policy.
We're taking over, kids.
Can you mute her, please, so we can ask her? This is actually one of Trump's quote-unquote policies and plans. I have a genuine question. How do you feel about Agenda 47 since you're so pro-black?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what it is, but you're voting for him?
I literally read you a section of it. I know you were listening to your TV and not listening to anything I had to school you on the housing market because you know nothing, and we just glazed right past that.
And MAGA is officially over, according to this platform. We're not over.
Can you stay on topic? Stay on topic?
That is the topic.
No, the topic's policies.
Hold on. Okay. Let's do this. Because maybe this will help us understand more, right? Understand more. Tani, you have been up on the panel for about an hour or so, right? And you have made a lot of statements, right? A lot of statements. You made statements about yourself, your lineage, your race. You've made statements about Kamala Harris. You've made bold statements about Donald Trump's policies. You've made a lot of statements. The one thing that you have not done is given us anything that we can substantiate. So, with that being said, Tani, can you say something that is rooted in facts? Not even staying on policy. Can you tell me something that is based in facts? Can you give me something?
Yes. Donald Trump has had 2 assassination attempts on his life.
I can't take it. I can't take you.
That's Tani. A fact.
Tani,
I thought we were talking about policy. Why are you bringing this up?
No. To be fair, I did ask for something that was facts.
Gotcha. My bad.
I don't know if that's facts. Because
it's not.
They one technically there was a shooter, and something happened. The other attempts, no one was in eyesight of Donald Trump, so I don't know. Okay, maybe.
One voted for Trump, the other one is a registered Republican. What is your point?
Yeah, that just means that his own
I
Republican
was going to
Party
say,
hates
can
him.
we clarify that the perpetrators were Republicans?
Which
Yes.
means that his own Republican Party hates him. Great job. Can I just like pick something on Agenda 47 and can we talk through it?
Well, she doesn't know what Agenda 47 is.
Okay, no, oh, okay. Well, if that's the
I'm
case,
sure
I
she
really can't.
knows what giving the police immunity is.
Do you know what that is, Miss Tawny?
Yes,
Do you know what qualified immunity is? Can you
I
explain to
do.
us what qualified
I
immunity is
do.
from your understanding?
I do.
Okay, cool. Can you explain? What do you understand about qualified immunity?
Qualified immunity means that when a police officer engages in a justified shooting, and there is unfortunately
What?
She's I can't take it.
well, if you can't take it, then get
No,
off the
you're racist. And stop
panel.
claiming to be black and stop claiming to be indigenous.
What
No,
what
you're
is
a
a
white
what
woman
is a what
straight
is a
from the
justified
mountains
pew
of
pewing?
Caucasus is what you are.
What's a justified pew pewing? What are you? I'm confused.
Yeah, give an example.
Are you speaking to me right now, or are you
Yes, yes,
speaking to
Tanya.
No,
I'm,
we're
someone
I'm talking
speaking
to
to
else?
the
you.
wall next to you. Yes, we're talking to you, ma'am.
What is a
Give us an example
justified
when
pew
it's
pew?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm dead
No.
serious right now.
Okay, say for instance, someone has a firearm or a pew pew, sorry. If somebody is going after a citizen or a police officer and they unfortunately don't want to comply with the law and then they get pew pewed, that is
So, do you think?
that's
So, let me give an example.
But
Can
hold
I give an
on.
example?
Also, to say, Javon, that's not what
No,
qualified immunity stands for. But
at all.
anyway, go ahead,
and
Javon.
I want our police officers to be able to stand their ground and to be
Oh my
able.
God, stand.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God, stand
Like
your
with
Oh
ground.
my
George
God.
Floyd, right?
I
Oh my
just
But you
God.
so
yeah.
pro-black.
Hold on, hold on,
Yes,
George
if I
hold
can
on,
answer.
hold
Floyd
on, hold on,
was
hold on. Yep, we're gonna do that. Ari,
George Floyd,
Ari,
what?
Ari, go ahead, Ari.
It's not worth her finishing that sentence. I
Nope,
promise you,
nope,
Javon.
it is not.
I just want to be clear that police already have what is considered qualified immunity, where if they consider it justified in your own verbiage, they do not get charged for it. The thing is that Donald Trump wants to do is impose blanket immunity.
Mm.
I'm gonna let Hawk handle
Right.
it. My brain just flubbed out. And also, I just want to also point out, Tawny, I've also been really nice to you, except for saying that you were giving me a headache. So don't call me a kid.
But no, what Ari just said is what I wanted to go. What Trump is calling for now is absolute immunity.
absolutely
Right? He wants them
yes.
to have, but that's completely inhumane. So how you can applaud that, I have no idea. No matter what happens, whether it was a mistake, whether they screwed up, he doesn't care. He wants them to have absolute immunity. On top of the fact that he says he wants a day of purge. Are you kidding me?
Well, Hawk, to be fair, he said a day of violence. He didn't say a day of purge. We all know what the purge is, but he wasn't. Yeah. I think he had just finished watching that movie, but he didn't say that specifically.
I would just like to say one more thing and then I'll be quiet for a little while.
Yeah.
I just would like to say that Tawny's great times a million grandfather will be very proud of the woman she is today.
Wow. That was a good one, Bonnie.
The Black Historian and then Chris.
I just want to say when they talk about giving the police indemnity, police can do anything. Have y'all ever saw the documentary The Grape of Reese Taylor? or anything. They could do anything to anyone, and mostly it'll be marginalized women, and they'll be able to get away with it. So and even to you, because police didn't care about their wives, they were actually what SAing their wives, beating their wives, and got away with it. And if you called the police and your husband happened to be one of their friends, oh, too bad for you. He's just gonna be able to do all of that for nothing. I mean, he'll be able to do all of that and get away with it, and you have nothing to say about it. So you better think twice. But you've already voted for the rapist, the domestic abuser, the fascist, the liar. And when you say liar, you might as well add thief onto it too, because he's what, a 34-time felon.
He also defrauded a cancer organization.
Exactly, and how can you? He can't even do business in New York anymore.
Yeah.
So you voted for somebody, so you must see yourself as a thief and a liar as well, because you've lied plenty of times on this panel, which means you've stolen something from somebody, like your heritage.
How have I lied?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. So the floor is Chris. Let me just say this real quick, guys, because I'm about to drop this down. My backup account is on the panel right now. It says Santana. Please, please, please. There's 500 some people watching. If you have not followed the backup account, please click on the picture and follow the backup account. Also, no obligations, but we do have the closing GIF, which is a fighter jet. So if anyone so happens to feel inclined to send a fighter jet, you don't have to, but I would love you long time. Chris, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so actually I'm going to wrap up this topic, and then I'm going to punch where it hurts to like people's civil liberties. We're going to see where this goes. One, you just complied that the person that pew-pewed Sonia Massey shouldn't get any punishment. That's the last thing I'm going to say. You're kind of disgusting for that. Now, you claimed at the very beginning, very beginning, right? And I've held this in my head. Let's see how consistent you are. You claim that Trump is for the people, and you don't like the country. Well, Trump wants to take away a lot of our constitutional rights, to include the way that we go about the First Amendment. And I'm going to hit it where it hurts, because regardless of what you think, this is constitutional. Trump wants to throw people in jail for exercising their First Amendment rights if they want to burn the American flag. That is unconstitutional. Texas versus Gregory Lee Johnson, 1985, right? Ensures that it is constitutional as long as you're not destroying property around you. So can I get your take on that? Because you're now, right, supporting somebody that wants to take American people's rights away. So I told you I was going to hit it where it hurts. Let's hear about it. Why are you voting for somebody that wants to take people's First Amendment away and throw them in jail for it?
Well, while she's figuring out how to unmute herself, I am going to go ahead and drop down Santana, because I have to head to my birthday dinner.
Oh, yeah, because tomorrow's Ari's birthday. Yeah.
Are you coming on the panel tomorrow?
Probably depends on. So tomorrow's also my first day back to work after 2 weeks between jobs at the new job. So I got to see how I feel after.
Absolutely.
I wanted to give you some birthday love, so.
Yeah.
All right. I also have a battle tonight for my agency at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. I'll write it down so I remember to be there. Okay.
There you go.
Also, if you are back tomorrow, Hawk will sing happy birthday for you if you're on the panel. So,
Oh, I'll definitely.
Those are speaking for me.
Whatever.
Y'all couldn't handle the baritone.
Okay, fine. If I go live tomorrow, then you just come up. You just come up tomorrow live.
Yeah.
All right. I will
Thank
see
you,
y'all
Ari.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you, Ari. Call you later.
Tani, any chance that you have anything of substance to say?
I really doubt she paid attention to what I said, because she would have responded like instantly.
Actually, you're right. I was taking my dog out.
All right, guys, you can have her now. I'm good. Forget everything I
I'm
just
going to
asked
be
her because I'm
honest
here to
with
get.
you.
No, because you ain't been honest this whole freaking time. You are
Next
not
Really?
being.
person.
You haven't.
I just wasted 2 minutes.
Really?
Next person, please. Next person.
Yeah, listen, uh, you know, it's not even worth it. Javon, you got anything else for Tani?
You're racist, you're a fascist, you're dumb, you don't know what you was talking about, and you don't know how to break down what any policy was given. You literally could have said that you don't know what qualified immunity is. And then when Santana said that they wanted total immunity, you said absolutely, like the cracker you are. I'm going on mute.
Whoa, Javon. Okay, we got to drop you down, my brother. I appreciate you. Okay, who? Okay, I apologize. Who?
I will never be that rude.
Yeah, no, I
You have
apologize
been.
about that.
You've been that rude. No,
But you
don't
have been.
apologize.
But wait,
Hold
but
on, hold
wait,
on,
but wait,
Santana.
but wait, but wait. We're not gonna get into those names. The Black Historian. Any closing points for you for Tani?
I apologize. I thought I was on mute when I said the B word. I apologize for that. I don't have anything to say because she basically aligns with a racist, a fascist, a bigot, the whole thing, and she's just hiding behind it with her stupidity and her basically not even trying to be even genuine in this conversation. I'm sorry, I was walking my dog. I'm sorry, I wasn't even listening. I don't know what you've been drinking, but you need to stay there. You should have stayed there when you voted because someone that votes like you against all of their interests, and you sit here and want to claim indigeneity, you want to claim blackness, but you vote for the fascists. I have nothing to say to you, and I'm 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 done.
Well,
So I'm
apparently you've
just
got a
keep
lot to
just keep
say, Missy.
girl,
You've
lady,
got
shut
a
up.
lot to say.
I've had a lot to say because you're nonsense. You don't exist. You keep saying that slave owners had children too, and they sold them off like they were nothing. So whatever. You're nothing. You're nothing to me right now because you voted against all of your interests and you only think about yourself. I'm done.
Black Historian, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Money. Anything else that you might want to say to Tani?
Yes. Trump. I'm gonna try to be nice.
Please.
I'm finding it. Give me 1 second.
Find it. We're there. Bring it in. You got it. Right here. Center. Go.
Trump is a racist, xenophobic, homophobic, hateful, bigot. You support that. That's what you are. You're very ignorant. You know nothing. You're not willing to learn anything. You stand with that and you stand for that, but yet you want to claim you're indigenous. You want to claim your great times 100,000 million grandfather was black and he was not. And if he was, he would not be very proud of the white woman you are. And that's what you are, a white woman, straight from the mountains of Caucasus. You're not black. Don't claim to be black. Don't claim to be indigenous. You're racist. You're racist. You're racist.
Okay.
And you're angry.
And you're racist. And you're
Okay.
right. And you're really lucky I can't say what I want to say on TikTok. You're very blessed. You're very blessed right now. You're very blessed. Be lucky. Please be lucky.
I appreciate you coming up. I'm gonna drop you down, okay? Thank you. Kai Bear Couple, I saw you say that you want to come up for just 1 minute. You have 1 minute. What did you want to say, my friend?
Good seeing you, Hawk. Good seeing you, Santana. Tony, I believe that you're an embarrassment, and I haven't seen no YT people come up and address you, but you just threw an entire race under the bus for your gain. And I think you need to go back and reflect on that. I want to call you horrible things, but I'm not going to. It's Santana's live. I just think you need to go inside your heart and reflect on what you've done today, just on this panel. You're killing me up there, Santana. Or somebody is typing away.
That's him with them,
Oh, that's me.
that's
I'm
him with
sorry.
them heavy fingers.
Listen, I got a quieter keyboard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that thing was smacking. But yeah, Tommy, I just think all in all, your heart's in a horrible place. And I was on I was in a live the other day with Javon, and he said he hated white tea people as a whole, and I didn't understand that. But after seeing you on this panel today, I understand Javon now. That's all I have to say, Santana. I'm not going to cuss her out like I want to, but I respect your panel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hawk, what do you have?
For her, absolutely nothing. I'm not even sure why. I don't know how long we've been having this conversation, but however long it was too long.
Yeah.
One, she already voted. So the good thing is all the good information. There you go.
Fighter Jets, let's go! Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sorry. That was fucking awesome. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I saw it coming in. That was good. No, what I was saying is the good thing is everybody on the panel, all of the friends we had on the panel, gave good information. So everybody in the chat got to either rehear some stuff or learn some new stuff. So that part of it was good. But other than that, we just wasted however many hours we did doing that. And now it's time for Uncle Nearest. So
it is time for Uncle Nearest. It is time for. Listen. So I'll give everyone like a little peek behind the curtain. I do like to partake, but I do like to be sober-minded and clear-headed while I'm on live, and we're going to jump back on later because this isn't our normal time. So I have to have a drink now, right, in order to be able to do a live later. So I can't do both. So Hawk, you called it.
Absolutely. But that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you, my brother. Chris, you have the last word with Tani. Tani, are you still there?
I am.
Okay, Chris, you get the last word with Tani.
Hey, Santana, I got to bounce off, bro, but it was good having you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. All right. So Tani, it's just me and you right now, right? And I want to say this, right? Because I normally would have let you say something and go, and then but I wanted to save this conversation between you and I for last. And Tani, I just want to make sure you're listening. All right.
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay. Tani, I do appreciate you coming up on the panel and trying to have these conversations. But something that you did on the panel repeatedly, over and over and over, while speaking to black women, while speaking to women of color, you openly disrespected and degraded these women, and you also did the same with Kamala Harris. And for you to say that you have any type of, you're biracial, or you have, any other thing in your lineage, the fact that you're willing to openly disrespect people of color speaks to who you are and what you are, as far as you're flawed in the sense of you don't respect women of color. And that's a huge problem. I do think that might lend itself to why you are willing to vote for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris. And I do think that there's something in you that says, I'm not good enough, therefore Kamala Harris is not good enough. With that being said, the next time you want to have a conversation with a woman of color, whether it be the Black historian, whether it be Mani, whether it just be someone that you see, please keep in mind that you need to raise your level of respect. You have been completely out of pocket this entire time, and the only reason I have not said something is because we have had strong black women on the panel who has completely pushed back on you the entire time and tried to keep you in check. You constantly went after the Black historian, and the only reason I didn't say anything is because I know Shay, and Shay can defend herself. She doesn't need me to mansplain or stand up for her. She has it 100%. But the one thing that I will tell you is that you have been the most disrespectful person that I've ever had on my panel speaking to black women. Not overall in the sense of what you're talking about or whatever, like, because people support who they support and they have different ideas. But the way that you have disrespected and talked to these black women and women of color on the panel is something that you should be ashamed of. So you voted for whoever you vote for, that's perfectly fine. But you need to take a whole step back and take a look at yourself and decide why you are such a horrible person outwardly to certain people. You haven't been horrible to me. You haven't disrespected me. You weren't disrespecting Hawk. You weren't disrespecting Chris. Like you weren't disrespecting Javon. You might have pushed back on something that we said. You might not have liked the things that we said, but you didn't openly attack or push back on anybody. And you did that to all of the women of color that were on this panel. So I would just recommend that you actually take a whole step back, figure out if it's something inside of you that's causing you to lash out this way, and something inside of you that really kept you from being able to vote for the first black woman, the first woman of color to actually hold the office of the presidency of the United States. It's something internal with you. I'm not a therapist. I can't diagnose you, but I would recommend that you get help. With that being said, thank you for coming to the panel. I hope you have a good day.
Can I have a
No, you cannot. Guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you for your likes, your taps, your shares, your gifts, all this other stuff. Listen, we're gonna go raid Jessica Simone. We need to go raid Jessica Simone. Guys, there's 400 something of us right here. I want us to go do it big. Everybody go over to Jessica Simone. This is her at. Grab it right now. Let's get over there to Jessica Simone. I love Jessica Simone so much. I'm gonna go over. I might jump up on the panel for a few minutes, but guys, let's go raid Jessica Simone. Let's do it. I love you all. I appreciate you all for joining this special edition. Get back tonight because Erica will be here. Erica will be back on the panel sounding like Kermit the Frog. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And as always, peace.